Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto x Mirajane x Erza fairy tale harem. Before I start, please support for more amazing content and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by GRIMREATER 113 and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. The Leaf Village. It had started out like any other day for Naruto Uzumaki. He had just finished a mission and had kicked ass. He had woken up to another day full of glares and had decided to head to the one place he knew he would be welcomed with open arms. Ichiraku's raiment was in his word a gift from the gods. But this time it was different. He had walked and the girl he looked up to as his sister had a very interesting subject to tell him. "Hey Naruto, how's it going?" Am asked with a smile on her face. "Oh, you know the same old Naruto replied with a small smile. "Well, I think that what I'm about to tell you will cheer you up," Am said, smiling even more. "Really? Well, what is Am?" Naruto asked her with curiosity. "Well, if you're able to eat a total of 100 ramen bowls in exactly 5 minutes, you will win VIP tickets to a luxurious hot spring and hotel for a total of 1 week, all expenses paid," Am said to him, making him go wide-eyed and instantly get a big smile. "Really? Wow, and why are you guys doing this anyways?" Naruto a little confused as to why a luxurious hotel hot spring would do this. "Well, because the hotel think no one would be able to accomplish it, but they never met you now, have they Naruto? Oh, and I almost forgot, if you do win it, you would be able to take a total of 4 other with you, for a total of 5 VIP tickets," Am said while having struck a thinking pose. After Naruto heard the explanation, he got a huge smirk and said only 3 words. "Let's do it," Naruto said while grabbing a pair of chopsticks and got, as the Ichirakus called it, his game face. After about 2 minutes of non-stop eating, Naruto was not only able to eat all 100 bowls, but also an additional 30 bowls before he finally blacked out from ramen overdose. "What happened?" Naruto asked after about 5 minutes of being unconscious. "Well, you blacked out after hitting the 130th mark, kid," Tuchi Ichiraku, the father of Am and owner of the shop, said. "But the good thing is that you won the contest, Naruto. You and 4 other get to go to the hotel," Am said with a smile. "Alright. I did it," Naruto screamed while getting all happy at actually winning something. "Well, you better go and tell the Hokage kid before you leave, and you better ask whoever you taking about this to, so they can tell the Hokage as well, if they're ninja that is," Tuchi said, handing him the 5 golden tickets equals D. "I really wanted to do that." "Right, well, I'll be going now, thank you," Naruto while getting up and leaving and heading straight to the Hokage's office. It took him about 10 minutes to get there, but he was able to get there and head straight up the stairs to the office, where he saw Shizune sitting at the secretary desk. "Shizune is always working hard, maybe I could take her with me on this little vacation and get her to relax and forget about babysitting Tsunade all the time," Naruto thought with a small smile, thinking he should do this for her since she would always take care of him should he need it. "Hey there Shizune, is the old hag in?" Naruto said with a smile on his face. But before Shizune could respond, a scroll came flying from the office, breaking straight through the door and hitting him right in the face. "I heard that, you brat," Tsunade screamed from inside. Shizune was able to recover quickly and went to Naruto to see if he was okay. Luckily, he only had a bleeding nose, which she was able to fix rather easily. After another 5 minutes of being unconscious again, he found himself in Tsunade's office on the couch and saw that both Shizune and Tsunade were looking at him. "So why did you come here for, brat?" Tsunade said, rather annoyed at being interrupted in her paperwork. "Huh? Oh yeah, well, I came here to tell you that I won 5 tickets to a 5-star hotel hot spring for 7 entire days and nights, so I came to inform you about it," Naruto told and went on to tell her how he won them. It seems your love of ramen finally brought you something good, Naruto," Tsunade told him with a smirk. "Lady Tsunade, behave, but anyways, that's great for you, Naruto, so you're here to also inform us about the people going with you, right?" Shizune said while smiling at him. "Well, I haven't asked anyone yet, but I was wondering if you would like to go with me, Shizune," Naruto asked with a smile. "Me? But why me, Naruto?" Shizune asked with a surprised look on her face. "Well, you're always working so hard and I thought maybe I should do this for you so you could take a small break from always babysitting the old hag," Naruto said with one of his real smiles. "I would beat you to an inch of your life for the old hag comment, but for once I agree with you, Shizune, go on and go with Naruto, you deserve this little vacation, so the 5th Hokage of the village hidden in the leaf allow Naruto and you Shizune and anyone else that leaves with you 7 full days and nights of pure relaxation." Tsunade said, a little jealous that they would be to relax and have fun while she stayed there and did nothing but paperwork. "But on one hand I will be able to drink all the sake I want to, haha," Tsunade thought happily with a glint of mischief in her eyes. "Well, okay, but I will make sure to tell Kurenai and Nico not to allow you any sake," Shizune said, reading Tsunade's mind. Tsunade then start to cry about not being able to get drunk off her ass and ignore her duties as Hokage for one entire week. After that Naruto and Shizune left to, in Naruto's words, ask Sakura if she wanted to go with her. It took them no more than 30 minutes to find her since she was at the hospital working. Hey there Sakura. Naruto started with a huge smile on his face. Hello, hey there Naruto, what do you want? I'm really busy right now. Sakura said, only looking up to see who it was. Well, I was wondering if you would like to come with me to a 5-star hotel hot spring I won 5 VIP tickets to. Naruto said with a smile. Sorry Naruto, but I'm really busy right now and I just can't leave my duties like this just to go with you. Sakura said while walking to a different location. Well, that's just it. Granny Tsunade said that anyone I take with me is free of any responsibilities for the duration of the vacation. Naruto said, thinking he won with a little bit of information. No Naruto, I'm sorry, but no means no, I will not just leave this people to go enjoy myself, so just leave me alone and go find someone else to annoy. Sakura said with a glare at him. Naruto had a sad look on his face because of this and left the hospital where Shizune was waiting for him. She said, no Naruto. Shizune said with a little sadness in her voice since she knew how much Naruto liked Sakura. She was really busy, so I understand. Naruto said while looking at the floor. Sigh, that is still no reason to be so mean toward you Naruto, but that's not the subject right now, so come on, let's find out who else can come with us on this trip. Shizune said while ending it with a smile. Right, let's go and get some more people to come and have fun. Naruto said once again smiling. An hour later. They had asked virtually everyone that Naruto knew and all of them had said that they would love nothing more than to go, but that they were either too busy or had clan duties to attend to as the heirs. And I'm tried, but it looks like it will be just the two of us Shizune. Naruto said while the two of them sat in the bench of a park resting before going to get their stuff for the trip. Well, what are you two doing here? Are you two by any chance on a date? A voice said, making them both jump in both shock and embarrassment at the statement. The voice said. Kankuro, enough, leave them alone, it's not our place to judge. A female voice said. You're no fun Tamari. Whined the now revealed Kankuro. Enough both of you. A monotone voice said to the two of them. Sorry Gaara. Both Tamari and Kankuro said. After the little conversation between the three now revealed Sand siblings, Naruto asked the question that he need to ask. Hey there Gaara, Tamari, Kankuro, what are you three doing here? Naruto asked them with curiosity in his voice. We were here on business, but since it's finished we were just leaving. What may you two be up to? Tamari answered for her baby brother. Oh well, you see it's like this. Naruto then went on to tell them about his little getaway. I see, well if it's not too much trouble please do take Tamari here with you, she has been working rather hard and Mitsuri has informed me that I should allow her some time off. Gaara said, never changing his monotone voice or his face which was devoid of emotion. Bear, what are you saying? I can't just leave you like this, after all I'm one of your bodyguard when outside the village. Tamari told him, surprised that he would even consider the idea. It's like you heard Tamari, I am allowing you 7 full days and nights to go and enjoy yourself, you deserve them. Gaara said with no emotion at all. Wait, why does she get a vacation while I don't? That just doesn't seem right. Kankuro whined. Kankuro, enough, Tamari works harder than you so she deserves it more than you. After that Kankuro just sulked on the ground with a little storm cloud above him. Sigh, okay, if that is what you think is right then I will go, thank you Gaara. Tamari said with a little smile at the end. Well, looks like it will be the three of us, so why don't you two go and grab your stuff and meet me at the main gate in an hour. Naruto said, to which he got 2 nods of confirmation. After an hour of going home and grabbing a pair of swimming trunks and some pair of extra clothing. After getting to the gate with 30 minutes to kill, Naruto sat down and waited for the girl, glad that Tenten took the time to teach him storage seals. Which made carrying his stuff easier since right now all he had was 1 storage scroll. It took another 15 minutes before he saw both Shizune and Tamari come walking down the main road. Well, now that we're all here, let's go, the sooner we get there the sooner we can start relaxing. Naruto said and started walking down the path and then taking to the tree, intent on getting there as soon as possible. And considering that with ninja speed a 3-day travel was reduced to a 6-hour travel at top speed. This was how the three of them were traveling right now, since they wanted to get there before sundown, not wanting to spend their first day of vacation in the middle of the forest. It wasn't until they were 3 hours ways that they noticed a swirling vortex appear in the sky. What in the world is that? The three of them screamed and grabbed their weapon from their storage seals, intent on fighting in case it was an enemy attack or worse, the Akatsuki. But soon their worry was gone when they saw 2 women falling from the sky. Naruto moved fast, making a shadow clone to catch one while he caught the other. Naruto then landed on the forest ground and Shizune ran toward him, and behind her was Tamari holding her fan in case they were enemies. Shizune healed them, they seemed to have been in some sort of fight. Naruto asked, well, rather commanded, yet it still sounded like he had asked nicely. Look, I'll try my best. Shizune said while getting to work and started healing the white-haired woman who seemed to have the worst injuries. The white-haired one seems to have the worst injuries. She has a broken arm, 4 broken ribs and 2 more fractured ones. She also seems to have internal bleeding and bruising. It's a miracle she's even alive it seems. Shizune said while healing the girl. After about 15 minutes she was able to save her and get her out of danger. And after a 5-minute rest she went to the redhead and starts to heal her. This one seemed to be less injured. All she seems to have are 2 fractured ribs and some minor internal bleeding. Shizune said while rapidly healing her. Well, what should we do now? Temari asked while putting away her fan. Shizune, when will they wake up? Naruto asked her. Well, most likely by late tomorrow. Why? Shizune said though she already knew why. But well, come on, we'll take them with us and then tomorrow we'll ask why they were in this condition, okay? Naruto said while making another shadow clone and having it carry the white-haired one while he carried the redhead. Okay then, well, come on, we do have some relaxation to get to after all. Temari said while starting to walk in the direction of the resort. Right, well anyways, let's get going. Naruto said with a smile and jumped toward the tree and went toward the resort at full speed. It took about 1 hour instead of 3 since they wanted to get there far faster since they wanted to get the 2 to a bed. And once they made it there they were allowed in without any trouble since they explained the 2 unconscious girls as fainting from the long travel. They got to their room which had 2 separate bedrooms, one for the girls and the other for Naruto. After settling in they decided to have a bit of fun and went to the hot spring to relax. Ah, this is the life. Naruto said while relaxing and dunking a few times to get his hair wet too, though he regretted soon after since he forgot it was a hot spring for a reason. And with the girl they were currently relaxing and talking about a certain blonde idiot. This is great, I really need this after all. Temari said while going down to her chin in the water to fully relax. Why, I know what you mean, taking care of Tsunade is like taking care of a little kid. Shizune said. I'm now glad that Naruto has that crazy good luck. Temari said with a smile on her face. Yay, next time let's take him to a casino and really try his luck. Temari said with a glint in her eyes. You're just like Tsunade, you know. Shizune said with a sigh. After they had enough they decided to call it a night and decided to continue with this tomorrow. They made it to the room and saw that Naruto had ordered room service. Luckily it didn't allow ramen after a certain time. Also mostly all their food was made to be delicious but also healthy. Oh man, come on, why don't they allow ramen now? Naruto said while munching on some teriyaki barbecue with white rice and vegetables. Hey Naruto, did you get us anything or just you? Temari asked. Oh, your food are over there, I know that you both told me your favorites so I order you both some. Naruto said like glaring at his food. Both girls had surprised looks because they had only told him once and they thought he wouldn't remember it at all since it was only in passing. When they got to their plates they opened them to indeed find their favorite foods. For Temari it was a simple teriyaki fish with soy sauce on the side to dip it in. And for Shizune it was beef teriyaki with noodles and a little bottle of sake. Both girls were touched that he would actually take the time to remember such things about them. Thank you Naruto. They both said while sitting and started to eat. After they finished eating they all decided to get some sleep. It was until almost 8 maybe 9 in the morning that the occupants were fully awake and were eating some breakfast that they heard some movement from their guest. Naruto then got up with the girls right behind him and head toward their bed to wait for them to fully awaken. It didn't take long for them to wake up and when they did, Naruto just smiled and asked them a question. Hey there, let's start with a simple introduction, shall we? This is Shizune and Temari and well, my name is Naruto Uzumaki, now what might your names be? Naruto asked with a smile on his face. The redhead was the one who answered first. My name is Erza Scarlet and this is Mirajane Strauss. The now named Erza said with a little smile. Well Erza and Mirajane, it's nice meeting you too, but right now I would like to ask some questions if it's not too much trouble. Naruto said with a smile to try and be friendly. Both Erza and Mirajane just looked at him for a second before nodding. But so if at any time you want to stop just say so. Aqua, let's begin with a simple what happened. Naruto said. After Naruto said this both girls looked at each other and then Mirajane began. Well, for starters we have to begin with what happened. Mirajane said and then went on to tell them the story of what happened for them to end up in the condition that they were found. And so that story of these strangers would forever change the history of the elemental forever. And now the destiny of this 3 individual would shake everything known to the ninja world forever. The start of another adventure would soon begin and what awaited them would be something that would be told for ages to come. In the hotel hot spring. After Erza and Mirajane were done with their story the room was silent for a while. I see, so because you brother tried to what did you call it take over, right? Well anyways, because your brother tried to take over this thing called the beast, he lost control and started to attack everything in his path and when your little sister tried to calm him down, he was gonna strike her down. Temari said while trying to see if she heard everything right. And that's when you and Erza tried to stop him, but only managed to divert the attack on yourselves, and you Erza you said you only came along because you had a bad feeling, am I right? Shizune finished for Tamari. After the girls said this all they received was nods and pained looks, and considering what they went through they couldn't blame them. Sigh, well, I can't say anything about how sorry I feel, since I never really had a family to begin with, so I can't imagine what it must feel like. Naruto said with a sad smile at the reminder that he never had anyone. But I can tell that from what you told me your brother and sister will be alright. I mean their big sister risked everything she had just to keep them safe, that alone in my books, Naruto said while getting up and heading toward the door, intent on giving them some time. Makes you two the biggest heroes, and I'm sure that no matter where they're at your brother and sister will always look up at the sky and say thank you for everything. Naruto finished while stopping at the now open front door and looking back and giving them a big foxy grin. When Naruto said this all the girls present just watched him with wide eyes. Well, only Tamari and Shizune, since they never knew Naruto could be so well what was the word passionate. While both Erza and Mirajane just watched him with teary eyes know that what he said was true, and while they might never again be able to see their friends, they would continue to live and make new friend here in this strange new world they were somehow sent to. Well, how about we go and try to enjoy ourselves a little, huh? I mean we do have 6 whole days left before we have to return to the leaf, so let's try and enjoy the 6 days and get to know one another. Shizune said with a smile. Look, we'll try, maybe this is what we need after all. Mirajane said with a smile, trying to change if only to be able to thank this 3 who didn't have to help them but did. After this the girls went to the hot spring and bathed and talked about not only the elemental nations but also Earthland and what were the differences. They ended up learning a lot, like how in Earthland they didn't use chakra but magic, or more precisely ethernano, which was the energy they used to do their magic. They also found out that unlike the elemental nation they didn't have cages but something called guild masters. Also that ninja village were not real and instead had mage guilds. Though they did find the whole concept of having this 10-strong wizard known as the 10 Great Wizard Saints interesting. It reminded them of the 5 cages in term of ranking and power-wise. After they soaked in the hot springs for a while they decided to go shopping, since both Mirajane and Erza didn't have any spare clothing to wear. And according to Erza, she left all her re-equipped clothing back in Earthland. Well, let's go, maybe we'll find Naruto outside in the town. Shizune said with a small smile. Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, but what did Naruto mean with his never had anyone to call family? Mira said with a tilt of her head curiously. When she asked this, Shizune flinched and Tamari merely stiffened, since Gaara had told her and Kankuro about Naruto and how they were the same in everything. That's somewhat of a sensitive topic, we don't think we're at liberty to tell you tha. Before Shizune was able to finish they heard a voice from the doorway. Sigh, it's alright Shizune, you two can tell them, it's not like they won't find what with the whole Akatsuki on my tail. Naruto said while leaning on the doorway, and with that being said Naruto left, not wanting to see if both Erza and Mira would start hating him for what he held inside. What does Naruto mean with having this Akatsuki on his tail, Shizune? Erza asked with a raised eyebrow. Sigh, it's a long story, so maybe you should sit down since it's not a very happy tale. Shizune said, and soon they were all sitting down. Well, I should probably begin with what happened on Naruto's birth 16 years ago, Shizune said. And after nearly 3 hours of listening and questions they had finished the story of Naruto's life, or what they knew of it. By the end of it both Erza and Mira had their hands in fist and with a few tears coming down their face. And that's basically everything, and as you can see Naruto has never had a simple life. Shizune said. Why would they do that to a child who couldn't even defend himself? Why would they beat him, starve him, or blame him for something out of his control? Mirajane cried out while looking at the floor with tears streaming down her face. It's not right to treat anyone like that. This is worse than being an orphan, because you never know why you're hated. Erza said, like clenching her fists so tight that they had started turning white. Both Shizune and Tamari just smiled sadly because they were happy that these two wouldn't hate Naruto like everyone else. Yes, but with you two not hating him like everyone else, you two will make him really happy, knowing that he has 2 more people to add to his very short list of precious people to protect. Shizune said with a teary-eye smile. After all the crying was down they all decided to go and find Naruto and have him help them carry their shopping bags, since with all the clothes he can make, it wouldn't be a problem at all. It took them about 30 minutes to find him, since they had to look almost everywhere in this small town, and they ended up finding him none other than in the only raiment stand in the whole town. Now that hit the spot, man, I really missed raiment so bad. Naruto said with a goofy smile on his face. We have only been out of the leaf for not even a full day, and you're saying you missed ramen. Naruto heard the annoyed voice of Tamari and hesitantly turned around to find the 4 girls looking at him with an annoyed look. Hey there Tamari, Shizune, Erza, Mirajane, how's it going? Naruto said with a shakily smile. But he instantly shut his mouth after he saw the glare that was directed his way. But before he could do anything else he was grabbed by 4 arms and dragged away from the little raiment stand. After he was dragged away he was taken to over 20 stores in less than an hour and was made a human pack mule. The real Naruto was made to carry over 20 bags of pure clothes from just one of the 4 girls, while his other clones were made to carry the same number of bags, but from one of the other girls. It was nearly 3 hours later at sundown when they made their way back towards the hotel room. When they made it back to the room Naruto collapsed from carrying so bags. "Come on Naruto, it wasn't that bad was it?" Temari asked acting innocently. "I never people could make so many clones of themselves, can all of you ninjas do this?" Erza asked them. "Sorry but that's something only unique to Naruto," Shizune said with a smile. "Really, why I thought you said all ninja could do basically the same techniques?" Mira questioned. "Well, that's not entirely true, you see some have what we call a bloodline, which means only certain individuals can do this techniques, and then there's those with eye-based bloodlines or dijutsus, which gives the user special abilities from those eyes," Shizune explained to them. "The A and 2 of the most renowned doujustas are the Sharingan and the Byakugan," Temari added. "What's a Sharingan and Byakugan?" Mira asked them. The Sharingan is considered the most powerful eye-based bloodline because of its abilities. One of them is the ability to not only copy another's techniques, but also to see briefly into the future and have the reaction time necessary to block or counter it, as well as put another under powerful illusions. Shizune explained while making both girls' eyes widen at the abilities of the Sharingan. "And that's only the base stage, there is another stage beyond that known as the Mangekyo Sharingan, which unfortunately there is no record about," Temari said. "And well, the Byakugan allows the user a literal 360-degree field of vision and allows the user to be able to see through wall and they are able to see one's inner energy or chakra," Shizune said. "Actually there is information about the Mangekyo Sharingan." Everyone heard looking toward the couch where Naruto currently resided. "Really, and who could possibly have this info?" Temari asked him. "Me, I have fought Itachi, remember?" Naruto reminded them with a deadpan look. "Oh right, sorry I forgot about that." Temari said, a little embarrassed that she forgot that he fought Itachi when trying to save Gaara. Who is this Itachi fellow you guys are talking about?" Mira asked with a smile, surprising Erza just noticing how much Mira was changing since coming here. "An Akatsuki member," was all Shizune said. "Anyways, the Mangekyo Sharingan has, as far as I know, only 2 abilities so far. One of them I had the privilege of seeing up close and personal, and if I recall he called it Amaterasu, and what it does is shoots black flames from his right eye, and from what Iro Sennin said is that those flame can burn for 7 days and nights until everything in its path is reduced to ashes. The second ability is called Tsukiyomi, and I only remember it from when Itachi used it on both Kakashi and Sasuke, and from what I heard was that it put a person under an almost unbreakable illusion where virtually everything in there is real and the user can keep you there for up to 72 hours, where in the real world only a couple seconds would have passed." Naruto told them while rolling over and staring at the ceiling, ignoring the shocked faces of the girls because of the abilities the second stage of the Sharingan had. "Really, the Mangekyo can do all that?" Shizune asked him. "Yay, but the cost to obtain it is too much for anyone to do," Naruto said. "Really, well, how does one obtain it to make it so bad?" Mira asked, not knowing how obtaining the next stage could be wrong. "Well, in order to obtain the Mangekyo Sharingan," before Naruto finished his sentence he got into a sitting position and looked them all in the eyes. "You must kill the one you care for the most," Naruto said with a very serious face. All the ones present just looked at him with shocked faces, thinking about how terrible it is to just get to the next stage. What do you mean you have to kill the one you care for the most?" Erza said with a shocked face. "For Itachi it was killing his whole clan in one night, which means he also killed his mother and father," Naruto said while looking outside the window. Once again Erza and Mirajane were shocked to hear this and were thinking what kind of world was the elemental nation. "Enough of all this sulking, let's all head to the hot spring and try to forget this, okay?" Naruto said, trying to cheer everyone up with one of his foxy grins. "Right, okay then, let's go," Erza said. After that the whole 6 days was spent getting to know one another and going out to the town and having fun. Erza had even dragged Naruto into the mixed bathing with them and had made Naruto faint from the massive nosebleed he got since he never had something like this happen to him. It made Shizune and Temari blush since they were sharing a bath with a boy, something that they never thought they would do, let alone with Naruto. And soon the day came for them to leave. They were all getting packed and were heading out when a thought came to Erza and Mirajane. Hey Naruto, are you sure this Hokage person will allow us to enter just like that?" Erza asked, not believing the leader of a village would just allow them free entry into their village. "Oh, Granny Tsunade, yay, of course she'll let you in. She may be a pain in the ass and drunk, but I'll vouch for you, so don't worry," Naruto said with a smile. The other just looked at him with exasperation at the way he would call the leader of his village. Right, well anyways we should get going since we will have to travel at your speed Erza, Mirajane, since you're not used to ninja speed, it will take us exactly 3 days to get there on foot. Tamari said. Soon they all head out at a calm pace, this would be the start of Erza and Mira's new adventure in the land of ninja. And of what an adventure it would be, but will Fairy Tail ever show up again, or will they never show up again? You will just have to wait and see. On the road. It had been 2 days since they had set out from the Hotel Hot Spring, and nothing of importance happened. Now we find the group of 5 walking down a road at a luxurious pace. The girls were talking about the leaf and what they would need to know to live, mostly how to use this world's currency. Okay, well I think you two have gotten this down. Tamari said while putting away her little sandy color purse. Even though she acted and looked like a tomboy doesn't mean everything she owned was boyish, she did have some women's stuff. Right, well I guess we won't know till we have to use it now, won't we? Erza said while counting the money she borrowed from Naruto. Just when they went back to a comfortable silence, Shizune was lost in thought about Naruto. Shizune didn't know Naruto could act passionate, smart, or even eat anything else than ramen. Hey, Naruto, can I ask you something? Shizune said, gaining the attention of Naruto, who was currently crying over having his precious Gama-chan taken from him by the girls. Oh sure, what is it Shizune? Naruto answered. Well, why do you act so differently than a week ago? Shizune asked him. When she asked this, the other just looked at her strangely, except for Tamari, who had just realized the same thing. Oh, so you finally notice, huh? Naruto said while stopping and looking at the sky. Well, it started when I was younger, everyone would always glare, beat, starve, or just call me names, so I just started to put a mask and act like a complete idiot, but I guess that somewhere along the way I lost sight of who I really was and the idiot persona started becoming my real personality. Naruto answered while still looking at the sky. So you were never an idiot to begin with, were you? Tamari asked while looking at him. Hehehe, nope, sorry to disappoint, but according to Shikamaru, who is one of the few people I trust in 100%, he said that I was as smart if not smarter than him. Naruto said with a real smile. Wow, really that smart? Wait, then why do you insist on acting like an idiot? Tamari asked with a raised eyebrow. Well, because like me and Iro-senin agreed it's not time to show the leaf the real me quite yet. Naruto said. Naruto, who are the people that know about this? Shizune asked him. Iro-senin, Granny Tsunade, Iruka-sensei, the Konohamaru Corps, and well now you guys. Naruto said. Wow, that a few people you trust Naruto, but that not our place to judge, so when are you going to show the leaf the real you? Tamari questioned him. Honestly I don't know yet, but I have a feeling very soon. Naruto said. Hey Naruto, we've been meaning to ask, but where are we going to stay? Mirajane asked him. Well, you two can stay with me until you find a better place if you like. Naruto said with a smile. Both Mira and Erza looked at each other and nodded their head at the same time before responding. Sure, we'd love to. Both girls answered him. Soon they started walking again, and after another day of walking and no incidents, they made it to the gates of the village hidden in the leaves. As they approached the sign-in booth, they were called over by the gate guard, who turned out to be Niji Hyuga and Shikamaru Nara. Hey there Naruto, back from your vacation I see. Shikamaru said lazily while leaning back in his seat. Yay, we're back, but why are you guys here guarding the gates? Naruto asked them. Well, you know, I ended up coming 3 hours late to some important meeting Lady Tsunade had and punished me with this troublesome. Shikamaru finished while leaning his head back as if to sleep like that. Well, I for once don't know why I'm here. 1 minute I'm waiting outside Lady Tsunade's office and the next she is screaming at me about something and well now I'm here. Niji said. Wow, looks like Granny was really angry. Haha, well anyways, can we pass? I would like to report into her and go home. Naruto asked them. Right, well go on and we aren't stopping you, we'll sign you in later. Shikamaru said, making the 5 of them sweat drop at that. Right, well see you two around I guess, come the sooner we go see Granny the better. Naruto told them. It took no less than 15 minutes to get there. When they reached the secretary desk they found a masked woman behind it. Oh hey there Nico, how's it going? Shizune asked her, making the masked woman look up and answer. Well, but you should go in, Lady Tsunade has been waiting to speak with you Naruto. Nico said while then handing Shizune some files and leaving in a cloud of smoke. When Shizune knocked and got the persimmon to enter they did and found Tsunade there waiting for them. Yo Granny, what's up? Naruto and the 4 other girls face-palmed themselves at his greeting. Before they could even say anything to him, Naruto was hit in the face by a heavy-looking book. Don't call me that, you brat. Tsunade yelled while standing up and letting out a little killing intent. After Naruto got back up, Tsunade finally answered. Okay, first of all, who are you two and what do you want? Tsunade asked them with narrowed eyes. Oh, my name is Erza Scarlet. Erza said with a bow. And I'm Mirajane Strauss. Mira said while also bowing to her. Strange names, but whatever, just tell me how you got here. Tsunade asked and soon got her answers from everyone present. I see, well fine, if these three believe then so do I. Welcome to the Leaf Village. Tsunade said with a smile. Really, that's it, just like that you would let us in? Erza questioned, surprised. I don't see why not. I mean, you heard about Naruto's life and still chose to stay with him. That alone made up my mind. Tsunade said while giving them the look of a mother. Well, now that I got your report you may leave. Oh, before I forget, where will you two be living for now? Tsunade asked them while getting back to signing paperwork. Oh, we will be staying with Naruto until we have enough money to get our own place. Erza said. Okay then, well you two will need this. Tsunade said while tossing them two forehead protectors with a leaf symbol on them. But those on people will recognize you as Leaf Ninja and you will be able to take mission, and until I get an estimate in your skills you two will be genin, understood? Tsunade said while interlacing her hand in front of her face and looking them in the eyes. To the surprise of all of them, Mirajane just walked up to her desk and laid her forehead protector on it and with a smile simply said. I'm truly grateful for everything, but I don't wish to fight anymore. I just want to stay out of fights from now on. I don't ever want to relive what happened with my little brother and baby sister ever again, so thank you, but I will stay at Naruto's home and protect that. After all, they do need to have a home to come back to, right? Mira said with a smile on her face, and everyone knew that what she went through really traumatized her and understood. Very well, but if you ever reconsider, this will be yours, so keep it just in case. Tsunade said with a motherly smile. Well, go on, get going you four. Shizune, you have to stay and help me, okay? Oh, and Naruto, find a bigger home and don't say you don't have enough money because I know that you don't use even 3/4 of your pays on anything, so you have more than enough for at least a small house. After all, you have two ladies living with you now, so they will need their space, okay? Tsunade said with a glare sent to him, making him sweat a little. Right, okay, well how about we go look for a house right now, eh? Naruto asked them, making them both smile, and following him and not far behind was Temari. Things are about to get interesting, eh Shizune? Tsunade said while going back to her work. 3 hours later. It had taken them 3 hours to find the perfect house, mostly due because the owners didn't want Naruto as the buyer. But two well-placed glares from Erza and Temari and a too sweet smile from Mira convinced the last one. Now Naruto was moving, that was important to him, from his old home to his new one. And thanks to Temari and Erza burning all of his orange jumpsuit and Mira dumping all his ramen and food because they were either past due or not healthy. Now we find Naruto carrying one box of only photo albums and a few storage scrolls that had all his ninja gear and bathroom stuff. Did you guys really have to burn all my clothes? Now all I have is the one on me. Naruto whined for the millionth time. Yes, and as soon as we get to the new house we'll burn that as well. Erza said. But then I'll be naked. Naruto told them, making Erza blush for getting that. Maybe that's what she wants, Naruto. Temari teased, but unknowing also had a small blush. Soon after that both started to stutter and blush, madly trying to defend themselves. Relax Naruto, we'll go shopping after to get you some new and better clothes suited for a real ninja. Mira said with a giggle, thinking of Naruto in nothing but his birthday suit. Right, well let's go then, the sooner I get down with this shopping the better. Naruto said. Soon the girls dragged him from store to store and ended up finding him some great clothes in their opinion. They had gotten him to get a black muscle long sleeve shirt and black Anbu pants, think Minato, but all black, and without the cloak. Also he does have those weird things on his biceps, you know, those two things that look like two rubber bands. Mira and Erza had also gotten some things. For Erza she got an entire Anbu style clothes but without the mask. And for Mira she bought herself a sky blue shirt and a maroon maternity dress, even though she wasn't expecting, think Kushina, but the white shirt is sky blue or baby blue, don't really care which, and the dress would be her fairy tale at start of canon color. Soon they headed toward furniture stores since Naruto didn't have any good furniture worth taking. First they went to get a dining table and chairs, and then to get 2 couches, 3 beds, 3 dressers, and a TV. Luckily the house came with a refrigerator and stove oven. Then they went to buy groceries and hygiene stuff for the bathroom. By the time they made it home Naruto was both tired and crying because his wallet and savings took some major hits that day. Well, at least we have all the essential now, so Naruto, how about you make some more of those clones and make them fix everything while me and Mirajane prepare dinner, and by we I mean her, I'm just gonna watch and maybe learn. Erza said, well, more like commanded, and of course Naruto just started to do as she said. By the time dinner was ready, which was an entire 2 hours later, Naruto had finished furnishing the house thanks to over 50 clones going in and out of the house to fix or bring in the stuff they bought that day. Well, come on Naruto, dinner's ready. Temari said while poking her head out of the dining room. Wait, what are you doing here, Temari? You don't live here? Naruto asked her. Well, of course not, I'm just here for the night, then I'll be heading out tomorrow back to the sand. Temari said, and soon all 4 of them sat down and started to eat. They were surprised to find out that Mira was an excellent chef. Naruto even said that her food was better than ramen, which was unheard of. After they finished Naruto made some clones to take care of the dishes. Soon everyone went to their rooms to get some sleep. The Hidden Rain Village. 5 people stood over the body of a man with long white hair that reached the back of his knees. But that wasn't what the men were looking at. Oh no, they were looking at the 5 black rods sticking out of his body. They were making sure this man was dead. Why, you may ask? Well, because this man was none other than Jiraiya of the Sannin, one of the 3 legendary Sannin and master to the late 4th Hokage, as well to 3 orphan children of the Hidden Rain a long time ago. He also happened to be the master of one young Naruto Uzumaki. One of the Sannin is dead. Jiraiya-sensei is no more. An emotionless voice said while looking at the down man with a pair of metallic purple ringed eyes. After the man said this, he started to walk away from Jiraiya, thinking his task finished. This will teach mortal not to mess with a god. I will teach this world true peace through pain. The man said as one before disappearing. After they left, Jiraiya started to move and made a hand motion, and out of nowhere a toad came out and nodded before removing this cloak. Jiraiya started to ride on the back of the toad, and when his job was done he nodded to the toad that then proceeded to vanish. Jiraiya's last thought were about Naruto. Naruto, I hope you drop that mask soon, because soon you will need to be at 100%. I know you're ready, Naruto. Soon you will surpass your father and mother in everything. I just wish I could have been there to see it. Farewell, Naruto. Those were the last thought of one Jiraiya, the Toad Sage. By tomorrow everything would change, but is it for the better or for worse? How will Erza and Mira change the fate of the ninja world? How powerful is Naruto really? You will just need to wait for the next chapter. The next morning. After a good night's rest, the 3 girls and 1 boy woke up and had a small breakfast. And by wake up I mean the girls dragged Naruto out of bed and made him sit down and eat with them. Naruto, why didn't you want to eat with us? Temari asked him. Well, it's just that I've never eaten with anyone before. I always had to eat alone and live alone, so this is kind of new. I never had someone take the time to actually wake me up and eat with. Naruto said. Oh well, I see. Well, I guess you will never have worry about that again. Mira said with a smile on her face while holding his hand. Which made the other 2 for some reason glare at her. Naruto for his part merely blushed since he was never shown this much attention by a girl. Before Naruto could finish, they all heard a knock on the window and looked to see a man with spiked up silver hair that defied gravity. Oh hey Kakashi-sensei, what is it? Naruto asked while removing his hand from the grip of Mira without noticing Mira's frown. Lady Fifth want to speak with you, Naruto. Kakashi said while looking at him seriously. Okay, can you give us a few minutes to get ready? Tomorrow you can come as well. Naruto said while getting up and going to change. After about 30 minutes they were ready and Kakashi was surprised to see Naruto's new attire. For a second he thought he had seen the 4th Hokage but shook it off and started to head towards the Hokage tower. After about 30 minutes they made it to the tower and were treated to the sight of a giant toad with a much smaller toad, but not by much. Chief Toad Gamabunta, Gamakichi, what are you 2 doing here? Naruto asked them. Oh hey bro, well the thing is, before Gamakichi could continue his father spoke up. Gamakichi, that's enough, let the boss handle this. Gamabunta said angrily. What's that supposed to mean, Chief Toad? Naruto asked them while getting a confused look on his face. Erza and Mira were busy looking at the 50-foot talking toads. Naruto, let's just get going, Lady Tsunade will answer everything, I promise. Kakashi said while looking forward. The girls started to have a bad feeling but kept quiet and followed after them. Once they made it to the office they noticed that Shizune wasn't at her desk. Kakashi then went to the door and knocked and waited for the come-in. Enter Kakashi. They heard through the door the muffled sound of Tsunade. After they entered they noticed that in it were Sakura, Shizune, and Tsunade, along with a small old-looking toad with a cloak sitting on a weird pedestal. Soon everyone was standing in front of Tsunade and waited for her to begin. So Lady Tsunade, why did you call us here? Sakura asked while looking at both Erza and Mirajane, wondering who they were and why was the white-haired one so close to Naruto. I'll let Lord Fukasaku explain. Tsunade said with a somber look on her. Thank you, Tsunade girl, so this is the one Jiraiya boy spoke so highly about. Fukasaku said while looking at Naruto studying him. Who's the owl? Before Naruto could finish, Erza had come behind him and whacked him behind the head. You fool, what are doing? It's obvious he is a very important person or a toad person, so you better show him the proper respect. You got that, Naruto? Erza said while grabbing him from the front of his shirt and shaking him wildly. As this was being done everyone in the room was just sweat dropping at the scene except for 2 people. They remind me so much of you 2, Minato, Kushina. I could seriously see them getting together someday, but considering both the white-haired girl and Temari are looking at her like they want to kill the redhead, I'll be guessing they like Naruto as well. Maybe I can finally tell Naruto about his clan. With this 3, maybe 2 girls, he could finally restart the Uzumaki clan. Maybe after this, I'll tell them about his parents. With friend like this, maybe he's finally ready to learn the truth. Thought Tsunade while looking at the 3 with a small sad smile. Minato-sensei, I hope you're watching your son. He will make a fine man someday, but by the looks on the 3 girls' face I think even you would be jealous of your own son. Haha. Kakashi thought while his thoughts became more perverted at the end. Ahem, I think we're getting off topic, you two. Fukasaku said while looking at the two of them, making them stop, and they all saw how Erza looked embarrassed about the whole thing, while Naruto looked at the verge of puking. Sorry Lady Tsunade and Lord Fukasaku, I kind of got carried away. Erza said while looking ashamed. After Naruto fixed himself, he looked at Fukasaku and then asked him the question he needed to ask. So what is it you want, old G? Naruto stopped as soon as he saw Erza's glare. Ahem, I mean, what can I do for you, Lord Fukasaku? Naruto corrected himself, not wanting to feel Erza's wrath again. Yes, well, I'm afraid there is no simply way to say this, so I will be blunt about this. Jiraiya boy is dead. Fukasaku said while looking at Naruto sadly. Everyone looked at Naruto and saw that he had his eyes wide in shock from the news. What do you mean he's dead? Naruto said while his hair covered his eyes and they could see he was trembling and barely suppressed rage. Jiraiya boy had found the headquarters to the Akatsuki and he decided to infiltrate it and find out who the leader was. He found out alright, but we also found out that the man possessed a legendary bloodline known as the Rinnegan, the strongest Taijutsu ever recorded. It was said to have been originally wielded by the sage of the six paths himself. Fukasaku said to them, making all but Mirajane and Erza go wide-eye. But that's impossible, the Rinnegan is said to be nothing but a myth, how can this person have it? Tsunade asked him. I do not know myself, but Jiraiya said the man called himself Pain, but Jiraiya said his name was Nagato and that he himself had taught the boy along with two other a long time ago. Fukasaku said. Hiro Sennin went by himself. Why Tsunade, why didn't you send someone with him? If you had sent someone with him he would still be here. Naruto said while finally looking up at her with rage in his eyes. Naruto, enough, Lady Tsunade feels just as bad as you do, so just drop it, okay? Sakura said, trying to stop Naruto from causing a scene. I can see that you care deeply for Jiraiya boy, so I would like to propose something to you, my boy. I would like to take you with me and teach you the ways of the sage. I will make you a sage like Jiraiya boy. Fukasaku said. Will it give me the strength to beat this Pain? Naruto asked him with a serious look. I do not guarantee anything, Naruto boy, but at the rate you're at now I highly doubt you would be a match for Pain. He answered quite honestly. Fine, when do we start training, Fukasaku sensei? Naruto asked him with fire in his eyes. We start immediately, so go home and pack because learning the sage arts is no easy task. Fukasaku said while Naruto just nodded and left, followed by Erza, Mira, and Temari. As soon as Naruto and the three girls were gone, Sakura left to head back to the hospital, while Kakashi just vanished in a plume of smoke. That boy really did love Jiraiya boy, it gives me hope that he will be the child of prophecy more than anything else. Fukasaku said while they watched Naruto and the girls leave the tower. Yes, said Lord Fukasaku, may I ask a big favor of you? Tsunade asked while turning to look at him. What is it, Tsunade girl? He answered. May you take those three girls with you? I know it's a lot to ask, but I think Naruto needs them in order to try harder. Love is strange after all, especially young competitive love like the one those three girls seem to have. Tsunade said with a small smile. It is against the rules to bring people who haven't signed our contract to our realms, but looking at them, I would have to agree. Alright, I'll take them with me, but you will need to give me something for them to learn to make it fair to them. Fukasaku said. Well, for the dirty blonde one I can get stuff for her, but the other two are a completely other story. Tsunade said while telling him the story of how these two girls came to the leaf. I see him very well, I will see what I can find for the two to learn while they stay with us. Fukasaku said. Actually the white-haired one will not be fighting, apparently she lost the will to continue to fight because of her traumatic event. Tsunade informed him. Oh, very well then, now if you'll both excuse me I need to go prepare for their arrival. And with that Fukasaku left in a plume of smoke. With Naruto and the others. While they walked on towards their home, the girls kept looking at Naruto and how he kept his head down with his hair in front of his eyes. The girls were getting more and more worried, thinking Naruto would seek revenge against the man responsible. Naruto, please talk to us. Mira said while trying to reach out to him only to get him to grab her hand and stop walking. Mira, Erza, Temari, please, I wish to be alone for a while. Naruto said while walking away from them. Naruto, Mira said while looking at Naruto sadly. We better follow just in case he needs us. Erza said while looking at Naruto sadly. As they followed Naruto around town, they were able to see him going to a certain store and simply buying a frozen popsicle that could be split into two to share. They saw him sitting down on a bench and that's when they saw him start to cry. After they witnessed this they knew that this Jiraiya was really important to him and decided to approach him. Naruto, Erza called out to him but saw that he didn't even budge. Naruto, we know that it hurts, but please talk to us, we are here to help you after all. Mira said with a small smile while sitting on his right side and Erza taking his left. Temari took to standing behind him with a sad expression. I'm sorry for worrying you three, but it's just that Iro-Senin was the closest thing to a father figure I had, though he was a big pervert, he was a great role model, no matter how perverted he may have been. Naruto said while just looking at the ground with tears strolling down his face. And remember him just like that, Naruto, remember him like that every day, that's how I remember my brother and sister and everyone back at Fairy Tail. Mira said with a small smile while grabbing a hold of his hands and breaking the popsicle in two. Let others help you, Naruto, that is why we're here to help you, so no matter how hard it gets remember he will always watch you grow and we'll be there to help you grow to make sure he is proud of the man you'll become. Erza said while looking at him in the eyes. So let your tears fall, Naruto, let them fall for the people you love, because tears are not a sign of weakness, Naruto, they just mean you've been strong for far too long and that it's time to let others be strong for you. Mira said while giving him one half of the popsicle and having the other two girls put their hand on him while putting her half in front of him. So as long as we're here, Naruto, we'll help you in anything, and that's a promise of a lifetime. Temari finished while saying Naruto's catchphrase at the end. All Naruto could do was smile at the three and nod his head while more tears fell down his face. Thank you three. Naruto said with a watery smile, and after that they just stayed looking over the Leaf Village in the nightlight, trying to comfort Naruto as much as possible. Unknown to them, Maruka was looking at the scene and had a smile while looking at the four of them. Naruto, you have found some really beautiful girls, hopefully you won't have to break two of their hearts to find true happiness, but according to Lady Tsunade, you won't have to choose, if that is true then I hope this three fill your life with all the happiness you deserve, Naruto. Haruka thought with a smile after that he started to walk away with a smile, thinking he wasn't needed here. The next morning at the front gate. After last night they had all gone home and ate a small supper and went straight to bed. Now they were all standing at the front gate ready to say goodbye to Naruto. Gaara had even come all the way from the sand to say goodbye to his first and only best friend. Well, I'm ready to go when you are, Lord Fukasaku. Naruto told him while standing in front of him with nothing but 4 medium scrolls on his belt. Not yet, Naruto boy, we are waiting for 3 other. Fukasaku said while looking at Tsunade and Gaara. What do you mean 3 other? Naruto questioned him. Well, Naruto, Gaara and me have decided to have Temari, Erza and Mirajane go with you to hopefully to get stronger as well. Tsunade said to him with Gaara nodding his agreement. Wait, really, but I thought only Naruto could go to the land of the toads. Temari asked confused. Not really, all I would have to do is have you 3 sign this one-time summoning contract I recently made to have us be able to reverse summon you to the Mount Myaboku and train you there, though we won't teach you our techniques, those are reserved for Naruto boy alone, we will teach you other techniques we have acquired over time. Fukasaku said to the 3. Like what, Lord Fukasaku? Erza asked, wanting to know what she would be learning exactly. The jutsu, kinjutsu and other weapon and hand-to-hand technique plus more. Fukasaku said with a serious look. After that the 3 girls just look ready and determined to start training. They stepped forward and signed the contract with their blood and waited for Fukasaku to reverse summon them. Well, get ready you 4, this will take only a minute or 2. Fukasaku said and left in a plume of smoke. Alright you 4, train really hard and come back ready to take on the Akatsuki. Tsunade said. Temari, make the right choice when the time comes and get stronger. Gaara said in a monotone voice but confusing the others about his comment. But after 1 minute the 4 disappeared in a plume of smoke to the land of the toads. Train hard you 3. Tsunade thought and with that headed back to the office to continue her paperwork. Mount Myaboku. When the smoke cleared the 4 were standing in the front of a lush forest-like place. They looked around and saw exotic plants way too big than their counterparts back in the leaf or anywhere else. Welcome to the land of the toads, Naruto, Temari, Erza and Mirajane. The group heard a voice coming from above. They were able to see Gamakichi coming down from the tree-like plant. Yo Gamakichi, how's it going? Naruto said. Yo bro, how's it going? Gamakichi said with a fist held out. Naruto then proceeded to bump fist with him and both showed smile at doing this. Now you 4 because tomorrow you will have a very long day. Said the voice of Fukasaku. Right, well let's go and get some sleep. Naruto said with fire in his eyes, ready to train and get revenge for his fallen sensei. Right was the answer of the 3 girls and soon they all left to get some well-deserved rest and get ready for tomorrow. Unknown location. In a dark place sitting in 3 different chairs were 3 person currently talking. So Pain, how comes the search for the Kyuubi vessel? An emotionless voice asked the others. Well, Madara-sama, we know the location and are ready to head out and retrieve him. A womanly voice said with no hint of emotion. There will be no place for him to hide from a god, we will accomplish our goal for peace very soon. A man now known as Pain said in a monotone voice while getting up and walking away. Excellent, soon the Moon Eye plan will be complete and I will finally be able to see you again, Rin. Were the thoughts of the man with an orange swirled mask. Oh Conan, you're still here, aren't you going with Pain? The man asked. The woman just looked at him and started to walk after Pain. Seems like she is planning something. Oh well, nothing I can't handle, even if she did try to something against me she would lose. The man thought with no concern and then proceeded to disappear in a swirling vortex. Back at Mount Mayaboku. Back at the land of the toad, Fukasaku was looking at the stars while thinking on what Tsunade had asked him to do. Flashback. Lord Fukasaku, I wish to ask you for a favor before the others come. Tsunade asked him while both were at the front gate waiting for the rest to come. Yes, what is it, Tsunade girl? Fukasaku said. I wish for you to tell Naruto about his parents, Lord Fukasaku. Tsunade said. How are you sure, Tsunade girl? I mean, is he really ready to learn about his parents? What if he goes into a blind rage because we kept it from him? Fukasaku asked her with a surprised look on his face. And the girls will be there to help. I can tell that those three love him, even if they hide it well behind all that pain they felt. I know that Naruto will change them and them as well. Tsunade said with a longing look, remembering Dan. Well, if you say so, my girl, I will tell him, and I hope you know what you're doing, my girl. Fukasaku said. Thank you, Lord Fukasaku. Tsunade said with a soft smile. Just then the others started to come to say their goodbyes. But Fukasaku. Well, I guess I'll tell him tomorrow when everyone is fully awake. I might need their help should Naruto go berserk. Fukasaku said. Yes, tomorrow would definitely be a very remarkable day indeed, not just for Naruto, but for everyone present. Mount Mayaboku. The next morning after the four got up and ate a horrible breakfast made by Shima, though they would never say that to her face. They went to the meeting spot that Fukasaku had told to meet and waited for the old toad to show up. It didn't take long for him to show. Well, did you four have a nice breakfast? Fukasaku said to them, only to have all four of them turn green in the face. Ugh, please don't remind us, I didn't know that anything could taste that bad. Tamari said to the old toad. Well, don't let Ma hear you say that or she'll start to freak out. Fukasaku said. Yeah, well, whatever. So when do we start with my training, Lord Fukasaku? Naruto eager to start training. Soon, Naruto boy, but first I have to tell you something that Tsunade asked me to do. Fukasaku said, and then before Naruto could ask what it was about, Fukasaku looked at the girls and spoke. I need to ask a favor of you three, if you would be so kind as to help. Fukasaku said to the three of them. Sure, I guess so. What do you want from us, Lord Fukasaku? Erza asked him. Fukasaku then took the three girls out to the side and told Naruto to hold still till he finished telling them something. I wish for you three to calm him down should anything go wrong. Fukasaku said to the three. Sure, but what would we need to calm him down from? Mira asked him. Well, I'm about to tell him about his parents and he might go berserk since me and Tsunade kept it from him. Fukasaku said, making the three girls go wide-eyed at that. Why would you keep his parents' identity a secret from him? Mira asked rather angrily at someone keeping something like this from Naruto, who always wondered who his parents were. I agree with Mira, Naruto's always wondered who his parents were and Lady Tsunade, and you knew who they were the whole time. Erza said and gave Fukasaku a very heated glare that made even him back up a little. Naruto was not ready to know about his parents. His parents are considered some of the most important and strongest the Leaf has ever produced. We had to wait till he was ready, and also the third Hokage had said his parents' secret was a SSS class secret punishable by death. Fukasaku said, making the three wide-eye at the sheer secrecy of just the knowledge knowing who Naruto's parents were. Look, we will help, come on, let's get back and tell Naruto who his parents were, the sooner he knows the better. Tamari said, still angry at the old toad for what he and the other did to Naruto. Naruto for his part was now just sitting down on the ground playing poker with Gamakichi and seemed to be winning. Ah, come on man, I thought you said you never played this before yet you're winning every single game. Gamakichi said, annoyed that he was losing a lot of money even though he never used it. Sorry about the Kichi, I guess I'm just lucky. Naruto said while putting down his cards and showing he had a full house. I'm done. Gamakichi said, throwing his cards in the air and started to hop away while crying waterfall tears. Okay, well, this was fun and I was gonna say we should play 21. Naruto said while packing up the money in a storage seal. Naruto turned around and found the other looking on with sweat drops on their head. Oh, you're done with your meeting, I see. Well, anyways, are we ready to begin training? Naruto asked them. Not yet, Naruto boy, first I have to tell you something and please try to stay calm, okay Naruto? Fukasaku said. Sure, so what is it you want to tell me? Naruto said while standing up and looking at them. Well, Naruto boy, what I'm going to tell you is considered a SSS class secret in the Leaf because it involves your parents' identity. Fukasaku said, making Naruto go wide eyes and look at him with pleading eyes. Why, you know who my parents were, Lord Fukasaku, please tell me, who are they? Naruto all but begged, making the girls look at him with soft eyes and making Fukasaku sigh as he knew Naruto might not take it well. Your parents, Naruto boy, were Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage of the Leaf and the Yellow Flash, while your mother was Kushina Uzumaki, the red hot habanero or the red devil of the Leaf. Fukasaku said, and everyone saw Naruto go wide eyes along with the girls, never knowing Naruto's parents were so famous or important. And my dad was the fourth Hokage. Why did he seal the Kyuubi in me? Then why would he do this to his own son? Didn't he care about her, my mom? Naruto said while falling to his knees and started to cry about all of this. Of course they loved you. Naruto boy, Minato was once our summoner, and let me tell you, no matter how powerful he got the moment he found out he was gonna be a father, he had us reverse summon him here and then proceeded to run around Mount Myaboku, screaming about how he was going to be a father to anyone he saw. Fukasaku said while remembering how that day very clearly, since Minato had grabbed him and started to shake him while screaming in his face how he would soon be a father. And why did he seal the Kyuubi in me? Naruto asked while looking at him, and they could see his eyes were starting to fill with rage. He sealed the Kyuubi in you because he could never ask a family to give up their child. If he couldn't do the same, he believed that one day you would surpass him and learn to control the power of the Kyuubi and protect all that you loved. Fukasaku said. That still didn't give him the right to turn my life into a living hell. He could have at least given me to a family to be raised instead of leaving me out to defend for myself. Beside, where is my mother in all of this? I'm sure she survived. Did she just abandon me because of what I held inside? Naruto screamed while Erza and Mira eyes widened because they started to feel something that they thought they wouldn't feel in this world. They started to feel magic. Naruto, calm down and let Lord Fukasaku explain himself, okay? Mira said, trying to calm him down before something bad happened. No, Mira, I will not calm down. I mean, I always wanted to know who they were and to find out they were the fourth freaking Hokage, not only the best Hokage we've had, but my idol as well. It just doesn't make sense as to why everyone hated me. I don't know whether to be mad or happy right now. Naruto said while grabbing his head as if in pain. Naruto boy, what's wrong? Are you okay? Fukasaku said while hopping close to him should he be needed. My head, it hurts. Make it stop, Lord Fukasaku, make it stop. Naruto screamed while falling to his knees and grabbing his head. When the group rushed to help him, they stopped immediately because at the moment Naruto had looked up and showed them that his eyes had changed. They were no longer sky blue, but were now metallic purple with rings stretching outward from a small pupil-like dot in the center of his eyes. The Rinnegan. Fukasaku whispered, making the others look shocked at Naruto waking such a legendary bloodline. Just when Fukasaku was going to tell Naruto to calm down so to better help him out, they heard him say two words. Shinra Tensei. Naruto screamed, and soon everything went black. Couple hours later. After the huge blast, everyone started to awaken to find themselves surrounded by destroyed trees and next to a 10 feet wide crater, and from the looks of it, it was 5 feet deep and in the middle of it was Naruto out like a light. Naruto! Screamed the girls while rushing to his side to check if he was okay. Fukasaku hopped down to them and started to inspect him to see if he was alright. Naruto seems to be fine, he's just unconscious from probably just awakening the Rinnegan. Fukasaku said to them. But how can Naruto have the eyes of the sage Lord Fukasaku? You said that only the leader of the Akatsuki had them. Questioned Mira, who currently had Naruto's head in her lap while Erza and Temari held on to his hands. I don't know, child, but we should wait for him to awaken. Come on, we won't be training today. It seems we will take him back to the house and await for him to wake up there. Fukasaku told them while Erza and Temari each put one of his arms over their shoulders to help carry him back. 2 hours later. After 2 hours of waiting, the group of 3 girls and 2 elderly toads heard some rustling in the bed where Naruto lay. Ugh, what happened to me, Lord Fukasaku? Naruto asked upon seeing him and the girls looking at him with worry in their eyes. Naruto. The girls screamed while running to him and embracing him, making him stiffen since this was the first time any girl ever hugged him. My boy, do you remember what I told you? Fukasaku asked while looking at his now Rinnegan eyes. Yes, I do, Lord Fukasaku. Naruto said while looking at the floor. Well, apparently because you were so emotionally hurt you awakened the Rinnegan, my boy. You now possess the same eyes as Pain, though yours do seem different. Fukasaku told him. Really, how so? Naruto asked, not believing he now possessed the eyes of the sage. Well, for instance, your Rinnegan has 2 tomes in each eyes. Pain did not have this or any of the other 5 for that matter. Fukasaku said while analyzing his eyes. Could it be possible that the eyes that Pain fellow possessed were nothing more than fakes? Ma asked him with a serious look for once. What the devil are you blabbering about this time, woman? Fukasaku asked her. Don't you talk to me like that, you old fart. Him anyways. If you recall, the Rinnegan is said to have given birth to both the Sharingan of the Uchiha clan and the first Hokage's wood release. Now if we trace all of this back to the sage himself, wouldn't it be possible for the Rinnegan to have the tomes like the Sharingan as a level base like the Uchihas have, with how they gain a new tome for every new ability they unlock for their Sharingan? Ma said while explaining her theory. That makes absolutely perfect sense. I mean, maybe the Rinnegan is like the Sharingan and need to unlock certain abilities like the Sharingan does, and if that's true, then what does this Pain fellow have if his are not the real Rinnegan? Fukasaku asked to no one in particular. Oppa, you said that the Rinnegan is like the Sharingan, right? Well, what if at some point in the evolution process of the Sharingan, the wielders can somehow gain a sort of fake Rinnegan as a way to coup with a forced reversal of sorts? I mean, if the Rinnegan gave birth to the Sharingan, shouldn't it also want to somehow go back to being I don't know complete? Naruto said while he got a thinking pose. Yes, that could be it, but the question that remains is how did you get the real Rinnegan and how did Pain gain that fake Rinnegan in the first place? Fukasaku asked him. Well, all I can tell you, sir, is that before everything went black, I heard a voice say let it out and don't fight it. It was really weird, but when I did as it said I felt two distinct powers flow through me and well, you know what happened next. Naruto said while scratching the back of his head. Indeed, and Naruto, how do you feel about learning who your parents were? Fukasaku asked him. I'm a little upset that they left me before I could even meet them, but I will do my best to make them proud of me. After all, I'm the son of the fourth Hokage, I can't let others see me all sad and gloomy. If my dad could do it, well, fight the freaking Kyuubi and goddammit, so will I, Naruto said with a foxy smirk. Naruto, you said you could feel two power flow through you, what was the other one that you felt? Erza asked him, curious as to what it might be, even if she did have a good guess. It felt like endless energy entering my system and giving me strength and stamina. It felt a little weird but amazing at the same time. Naruto tried to explain. I think what you felt was magic, or ether nano to be more precisely. Erza said to him. But I thought we ninja could never learn to use your type of powers. Naruto told her, now confused. I think I can explain this for you four. Fukasaku told them, getting their full attention. I think it's because you have been around them too much that your own body is trying to modify itself so as to coup with a new energy around it, for instance their ether nano. Fukasaku said to them. Oh, I see, Sai-man, as if learning how to wield my charka without a proper teacher wasn't hard enough, now I have to learn to wield this ether nano too. Naruto said with a sad look before it was wipe out when he felt a pair of arms around his neck and two hands on his face. He looked behind him to find Mira laying on his back and Erza and Tamari's hand each on one cheek, giving him a smile. That's not true, you have Mira and me to teach you how to wield magic, Erza said before Tamari finished for her. And you have Lord Fukasaku and me to teach you how to properly control your charka, so never say you're alone again, okay Naruto? Tamari finished with a small smile while brandishing her fan. Yeah, right, I got it. Can we start training right now, though I want to at least get the hang of using my magic and Rinnegan so they don't become a liability instead of a great help? Naruto asked them. Sure, we still have some daylight to burn. Come on Naruto, your training just got stepped up since you now have to learn how to use Injustu, magic and the Rinnegan all before you head out to face Pain. Fukasaku said to him. All Naruto did was get up from the bed, put his ninja sandals on and head to the door while saying. Be your worst, geezer toad. Naruto said with burning determination to prove to his parents that he had what it took to not only surpass them, but to surpass anyone who came his way and protect that which his father died to do. You asked for it, my boy, not me. Fukasaku said while hopping after him, followed by the girls. 1 month later. It had been a very amazing month. Not only did Naruto impress Fukasaku with his speed at learning thing, though he suspected the Rinnegan help him. Still, it amazed him how fast Naruto could learn thing. He not only mastered Sage mode, but it unlocked the rest of his Rinnegan abilities, though he still couldn't use the big ones that made the Sage legendary yet, that is. Also, his magic power was coming along nicely, so nicely that Erza and Mira had said he was at a man known as Gildert's level. Which according to them was the strongest mage in all of Fairy Tail. It made Naruto really happy to be acknowledged as such. Though the type of magic Naruto used was amazing even to the girls. Naruto showed them that he could use a magic called the God Slayer arts, but according to Mira and Erza, each slayer should only be able to use one element, and that was it. But Naruto went beyond that and used all the element again, nearly giving Erza and Mira a heart attack at the mere sight of Naruto using more than one element. Though Fukasaku chalked it up to his Rinnegan also giving him full control of all the elements and theorized that it also gave him the ability to use all God Slayer elemental techniques. Now though we find Naruto meditating on top of a spike almost 100 feet up in the air. The girl had also gotten stronger. Tamari, whose weakness used to be hand-to-hand combat, was now maybe equal to her long-range attacks. Mira, though she didn't learn much, did learn some taijutsu and some kinjutsu just in case she ever needed to defend herself. It had taken Naruto nearly a week to get her to agree though. And then there was Erza. She had really improved to she now had even better mastery of the sword with how she decided to learn as many different style in that regard. She also learned taijutsu for when she ran out of magic. Naruto. Come down, it's time for lunch. I made ramen. Mira screamed to him from down in the ravine. Alright. I'll be down in a sec. Naruto screamed back while jumping down. After he landed there, started to head back, but not before Mira grabbed his hand and started to walk back hand in hand. Ever since he learned about his parents, Naruto had asked Fukasaku everything he knew about his family. He had learned that not only did his father had left his most prized techniques for him to learn, but also that his mother was the heir to the Uzumaki clan and that they were the leaders of not only their own village, but also their own country. He had also learned of the Krar Clan Restoration Act and that he had to have at least 5 wives to revive the Uzumaki clan. Something that made the 3 girls secretly happy. They had cornered him and told him that they would be his first 3 wives and that he had no say in the matter. It's easy to say Naruto was wiped. They had been going steady so as to not rush into anything they weren't ready for, like parenthood. It took Mira and Naruto 10 minutes to get back to Ma and Pa's place. "Hey old geezer, I've been meaning to ask you, but why hasn't the leaf sent any messages to us?" Naruto questioned him, finding it odd. "You know, I've been wondering the same thing. Come after lunch, we'll reverse summon Kosuke and ask him for an update, okay?" Fukasaku said, and they all nodded. The table was filled with laughter about their days and what they did and everything else. Soon lunch was finished and they all headed to a small clearing just a few feet away from Ma and Pa's house. "Reverse summoning jutsu," Fukasaku yelled while slamming his webbed hands on the ground. What appeared before them shocked them because there in front of them was indeed Kosuke, though he was tied up and seemed to be under a jinjutsu. "What in the world, Naruto? Untie him while I release him from the jinjutsu," Fukasaku said. "Right, okay, I'm on it," Naruto said. After they finished they waited for Kosuke to wake up properly. And it didn't take long, and after he was fully awake they asked him. "Kosuke, what happened to you?" Fukasaku asked the messenger toad. "Lord Fukasaku, oh thank God you reversed summoned me, I have grave news for you guys," Kosuke said with panic in his voice. "Well, what is it then? Spit it out already. Is the leaf under attack or what?" Naruto asked him, already worried. "No, the leaf's not under attack because there is no more leaf village to attack," Kosuke said, making them all freeze and look at him shocked. "What do you mean the leaf is destroyed and why didn't you call us back sooner?" Fukasaku yelled at the young toad. "I'm sorry Lord Fukasaku, but just when I was leaving a man came out of nowhere and put me under a jinjutsu, tied me up and threw me in a chakra-absorbing cage, so no matter how much I struggled I couldn't break free. Luckily the ones attacking killed him as well, and I was able to see everything as well as his techniques, and I just had to wait for one of you to reverse summon me," Kosuke said, and then went on to tell them all about Pain and his technique and everything he heard about his weakness. "Pain, when did he attack the leaf?" Naruto asked him. "The attack was a week ago after he completely destroyed the village and killed everyone except for the clans, though only 1/4 of the clans are left standing, but all the villagers were killed. The clans are currently awaiting your return since Lady Tsunade named you the 6th Hokage before she died," Naruto, Kosuke said, making Naruto wide eyes before starting to cry over the loss of his grandmother figure. "But I'm afraid the title won't stick for long, Naruto, with nothing more than over 6,000 ninjas still left, and more than half of those are badly wounded. The leaf is no more. When the other villages hear about this, they will mark the leaf as a destroyed village. The Hokage will disappear," Kosuke said to them sadly. "When we find a new place to start over and set up and we going back, I will face them no matter what they do to me," Naruto said. "Temari, Erza, Mirajane, Lord Fukasaku, Lady Shima, get ready, we leave tomorrow for the remains of the leaf," Naruto ordered, and with that walked away with everyone right behind him. Tomorrow would be the day the leaf saw their new leader. What would they do? Will they follow him or will they forsake him? You'll have wait and see in the next chapter. The next morning, the group ate breakfast fast and headed to the clearing to be summoned to the leaf village, or what was left of it. "Naruto boy, are you and everyone else ready for this?" Fukasaku said to the group. "Yes Lord Fukasaku, we're ready. Temari already sent a letter to the sand and told them everything. Erza and Mira will be in charge or setting up a perimeter around us at all time in case the Akatsuki is still around waiting for us. Temari, you're with me as the ambassador for the sand leaf, okay?" Naruto told them, and everyone was surprised that Naruto was taking being the leader seriously. "Right, don't worry Naruto, we'll make sure nothing goes wrong," Erza said while Mira and her had changed to their new ninja clothes. Erza wore the Anbu armor she had bought a while back, and on her back were her 2 Armadura fairy swords, and on the front of her Anbu chestplate was her fairy tail symbol in black. Mira though had changed clothes once she heard the news about the leaf being destroyed. She now wore much like Erza an Anbu armor, but without the arm guard, and instead had a pair of gloves on. Her armor was pure black, unlike Erza's standard gray. Temari though took to wearing standard sand jonin and had gotten 2 medium fans instead of 1 and had them on her back. "Right, well Naruto boy, wait here am I new while I go to the outskirt of the leaf and summon you there," Fukasaku said to them, getting them to nod at him. "Naruto, don't worry, we'll make them pay for this, okay?" Erza said to him, trying to make him feel better. "I know Erza, and don't worry, I already have it all planned out. I just need to know if the rest of clans are with me," Naruto said, making the 3 smiled at him and nodded. Soon the 4 of them were disappeared in plumes of smoke. Remains of the leaf. As soon as they got there they saw what had happened to the leaf village, because there in front this was nothing. There was nothing left. All they saw was a huge crater where the leaf used to be. They continued to look at the ruins of the once great and powerful village and what was left. Naruto, come on, I had Ma contact the survivors and they are currently waiting for your arrival. Fukasaku said to them and they nodded and started to walk in the direction of the camp. It took them 30 minutes to get to the camp and once they made it there they saw people running around carrying supplies and anything they could find to help them out. Naruto. You're back. A voice screamed and soon everyone stopped what they were doing and looked at him. Erza, Mira and Temari then took up flanking potions around him in case they decided to attack out of anger for what happened. But to their surprise, instead of angry shouts they saw everyone get happy expression and run toward him. Naruto-sama. Hokage-sama. Were the shouts of some of the people which surprised him since he never thought anyone would acknowledge him as the Hokage. Everyone calmed down and let him through. A lazy voice said as he cut through the crowd. Shikamaru, hey, what's going on here? Naruto asked him as he walked toward the main tent with Temari, Erza and Mira around him in a defending position with Shikamaru in front of him. All will be explained when we get to HQ, Hokage-sama. Shikamaru said with a grin on his face. It took them 5 minutes to get to the big tent in the middle of the camp. Once they got there they entered to find the rookie 12 and Sakura, Shizune and all the sensei. Naruto, it's good to have you back. Oh my bad, I mean welcome back, Hokage-sama. Said Kakashi as he gave him a nice smile. All the other just did the same thing. Naruto soon walked to the center of the table and sat down followed by everyone. Everyone soon saw Naruto get a serious look on his face and they were all surprised to see him like this for once. Alright then, on to why we're here, report. Naruto ordered and everyone just nodded. Well, for starters, all previous clan heads are dead and as such, they handed their titles to their successors. Spoke Kakashi with a serious look. For the Yamanaka clan, Ino Yamanaka took command. For the Inyazuka clan, Kiba Inyazuka took command. For the Akimichi clan, Choji Akimichi took command. For the Hyuga clan, Hinata Hyuga took command. For the Aburam clan, Shino Aburam took command. For the Sarutobi clan, there is no current clan head as Konohamaru is still too young to take command. As for the Shimura clan, I'm sorry to say that it was completely wiped out in the invasion. The Kahaku clan was also wiped out. As for the Kurama clan, Yakumo Kurama took command and appears to be an excellent clan head so far, and as for the Nara clan, I, Shikamaru Nara, have taken command of the Nara clan. Shikamaru said while standing lazily and looking at Naruto. So out of the 10 clans only 8 were spread, I see. Well, can you tell me the states of our troop are currently at? Naruto said while everyone saw Erza and Mira moved to stand to his left and right flanking him. Yes, of course, Lord Hokage. Shizune said while hold up a clipboard and flipping a few pages. Well, from the 6,000 shinobis left, over 2,000 have died from blood loss and the other 4,000 have been making a steady recovery but not fast enough to get back to fighting condition. Shizune said, and then everyone turned to Naruto to see his face and saw him with his eyes closed. Sakura, what is the condition of our medical supplies? Naruto asked with his eyes closed. Oh right, Sakura said while bringing her clipboard up and turning a few pages in it. Well, for one, we don't have enough blood transfusion to help everyone. We have some IVs and stretchers, but we don't have enough staff to attend everyone. Right now our priority is the children, but if we only had more personnel to help, we might be able to speed up everything. Sakura informed him while looking up to look at him. Shizune, Sakura, start as soon as you can. I want you to save as many as you can, you hear me? Naruto said with a serious look. Right, as you wish, Hokage-sama. Sakura said before leaving with Shizune to start immediately. Lord Hokage, may I ask what the next step is? Kiba said, a little hesitant to call him that. Right now we will save everyone we can and then we will try to find a new course of action. Temari, I wish for you to make contact with Gaara and see if he can send us some medical supplies and medic to help Sakura and Shizune. Naruto told her, making her nod and leave to do as told. Shikamaru, from this day forward you're my right hand and advisor, you hear me? Ino, you're in charge of the I&T department. Hinata, you and the Hyuga clan, along with the Aburam and Inyazuka, are now in charge of the perimeter control. Naruto told them, making them nod. Now Kakashi, Guy, Kurenai and Yamato, I need you to go and start searching everywhere for anything we can use, weapons, justice and anything else of value to us. Naruto said, making the 4 nod and vanishing in a plume of smoke. Naruto-sama, what shall we do now? Choji said with curious look. For now all of you go to your clans and train and treat them all. By week's end I will have new orders for you dismissed. Naruto said and everyone started to stand and leave. Shikamaru, stay, I need to speak with you. Naruto said and Shikamaru looked at him and nodded. As soon as everyone was gone, Shikamaru sat down and looked at Erza, Mira and the now returning Temari. Lord Hokage, Lord Kazekage, said he will send the supplies and at least 3 dozen medic nins your way and will be coming with them personally in no less than 2 days. Temari said to him in respect while in the presence of others. Thank you, Temari, for that. Now then, on to what I called you here, Shikamaru, Naruto said and then motioned for the girls to sit and looked at Shikamaru. Shikamaru, now that we are down to nearly 90% of our troops, we need to find a way to up our troops again, so I will be moving everyone to a new home, and I need you to be in charge of setting up a method of transportation. No matter how I wish to find a new place to give them a home, no matter how much we try, the other villages will surely deny us as a hidden village again, so we need to find a new place to live. Naruto said with a sad look. What do you mean, Naruto? We could come, but no matter what, sure, we lost a lot of power, but we're still a hidden village, and we have the fire daimyo on our side. So before Shikamaru could finish, Fukasaku appeared in front of them in the middle of the table. The daimyo is dead. I had sent someone there to tell him what happened and found the capital also destroyed. Apparently Pain wasted no time and went for the capital, meaning the leaf cannot return no matter what, not without the support of their respected daimyo. Fukasaku said, making them all go wide eyes. That means that we are no longer a functioning village, so what are we going to do now? Shikamaru said while taking a thinking pose. We will move to a new country, a country where we could start anew, and trust me, Shikamaru, I've got the perfect place. All we need to do is find a perfect daimyo, someone who we can trust, and I need you to go and meet with her and convince her to take the job. Naruto said. Sure thing, Naruto, but if I may ask, what country is it you have in mind? Shikamaru said while the other looked as well. The country of Whirlpool, the one my mother Kushina Uzumaki was from, and her being the heir of the country, make me the owner of it, and all we need is a daimyo to recognize us as a functioning village. Naruto told him, making the girl smile at him while making Shikamaru go wide-eye. I see, well then I'll leave as soon as I can, Naruto-sama. Shikamaru said, but before leaving he turned around and looked at Naruto while saying. Oh, and Naruto, why do you have a genjutsu over your eyes? Shikamaru asked him with a raised eyebrow. So you noticed, huh? I guess I can't lie to Inara, huh? Well, I'll tell you some other time, but right now I need you to go to Wave Country and find Tsunami and ask her what I told you about, okay Shikamaru, and oh, don't tell anyone about this till it's ready, okay? Naruto said. Sure thing, Naruto. Well, anyways, I'm off, I'll see you in a week or so. Shikamaru said while leaving the tent. So Naruto, now that we have everything in motion, what is your next step? Tamari asked. In 1 week we'll tell them all, and if they agree then we'll head toward the whirlpool and see if we can start rebuilding the village, but you three get ready because tomorrow we leave to check the ruin and hopefully get a head start on rebuilding, and also I wish to see the place my mother came from and hopefully find something to help me become a true Uzumaki like my mother before me. Naruto said. Right, okay, well we'll go and try to salvage anything from our old place, hopefully there's something to salvage. Erza said, and with that they left Naruto with Fukasaku. Are you sure about this, Naruto boy? If we go there, no turning back. Fukasaku said to him. I'm sure, Lord Fukasaku, and just maybe we might be able to find something there about my Rinnegan and what connection it may have to the legendary sage himself. Naruto told him. I see, very well then Naruto boy, we'll do it your way. Fukasaku said to him, and with that they stay in silence while just thinking about what to do next. Unknown place. Pain, have you heard anything about the Kyuubi Brad? Questioned a voice hidden in the dark. No, it seems like he just disappeared, but we will find him no matter how long it takes. Conan answered. We will find him and establish true peace. Pain said while opening his eyes and showing them him Rinnegan eyes. Well then I'll leave it to you then, Pain, while I get my new pawn Sasuke to retrieve the 8 tails Jinchuriki for us. We will talk again soon, Nagato. The voice said the last part with a little teasing laced in his voice. Yes, we will talk again, Toby, Pain said while looking in the direction of the swirling vortex until it disappeared. Conan, how come the investigation on our mutual friend? Pain asked. It's coming along nicely and soon we'll have the needed information should he ever attack us. Conan said, but before they could leave they heard a voice. Naruto will beat you, Nagato Uzumaki, after all he is the true child of prophecy. I just hope you'll be ready to make the right choice when the time comes, after all you and Naruto are cousins na. The voice said, but before Nagato and Conan could attack they felt the presence leave. Pain-sama, who was that for someone to be able to sneak on us? It must be someone with incredibly skills. Conan said while thinking who might have been the person. It matters not, Conan, we will deal with them when the time comes. Come, we must continue our search for the Kyuubi. Pain said and soon started to leave. A few miles away. The person who had been in the room with Pain and Conan was currently sitting on a cliff overlooking a town with 2 people standing behind also looking at the village. You know you will have a shitload of questions to answer when the time comes, right? One voice said. It matters not, for as long as this Naruto does what is needed, we will reveal ourselves to him immediately. Another voice said. Actually, we will reveal ourselves when he succeeds in completing the quest that will be giving to him at the ruins of Yuzushiogakure. The first voice said to them. Soon another person came out of the shadows and in his hands was a large scroll. So what should I do with this scroll you're having me carry? A chirpy voice said. Hand it to Naruto when you see him and join his little group, I'm sure he could use your special skills. The first voice said happily. Biggle, okay, sure thing, I'll be leaving right now. The chirpy voice said while starting to walk away. I guess I'm playing matchmaker. Oh, and be careful, Mavis. The voice said. Sure thing, I'll be really careful. Mavis said and left. It seems everything is coming into place. One of the voices said. Indeed, let's just hope it's for the better. Another said while the last looked at the night sky. Soon, Naruto, soon I will see you again, and I promise to answer everything when the time comes. The final voice thought. 3 different groups with different motives. What could this mean, and who are these 3 people, and what is Mavis doing here in the elemental nation? Better yet, how did she get there in the first place? You'll have to wait and see in the next chapter, and how will the others handle Mavis in the ninja world? Well, we'll just have to wait. The next morning in the Leaf. In the ruins of the Leaf, the survivors were busy running around getting ready to either move out for a patrol around the perimeter or to receive orders from a superior officer. But back in the main tent for the Hokage, things were different because right now a meeting was taking place among the remaining clans and the 2 fully trained medic nins. Sakura, how goes the things with the injured? Naruto asked while looking at her. Well, because you gave us full privilege to train others and because surprisingly Gaara and his team got here 2 days early, we have made great progress and everyone is getting ready to be back to at least D, maybe low C rank mission condition, but need to rest for a month to be up to high C and above. Sakura said and ended the report by looking at Naruto at attention to show him respect as the Hokage. Naruto merely shut his eyes and nodded while thinking about something. Naruto, what are you going to do now that your men are getting back up to fighting condition? Gaara asked him. Well, for now we will let them get the rest they deserve and then I'll reveal my plan to them. Naruto said, making all of them raise an eyebrow at him. What plan, Hokage-sama? Hinata asked meekly. Well, I guess I should tell you now rather than later. Very well, then once the entirety of the injured are at least traveling condition, we will make an announcement for those willing to come with me to a new country that my mother was originally from. Naruto said, and that's when one person asked the question on everyone's head. Not to be rude, Naruto-sama, but we didn't even know anything about your mother, so how did you find out about her, and also what country was she from, sir? Ino asked, trying to know a little more about him. Well, considering this is the new council, I guess I can tell you, but let me make this very clear, this does not leave this room you hear. Naruto said, making them all even more curious. Well, what I'm about to tell you is considered SSS class secret, punishable by death, that only a few knew about. My parents are Minato Namikaze, or better known as the 4th Hokage, and the Yellow Flash, while my mother was Kushina Uzumaki, also known as the Red Hot Habanero or the Red Devil of the Leaf. Naruto said, making everyone who didn't know nearly have a heart attack at him being the son of the legendary 4th Hokage. Now though, please calm down while I tell you the rest of my plan, okay? Naruto said, making them all nod and listen closely to him. My mother was from a country known as Whirlpool Country and lived in a village known as Uzushiogakure, or the village hidden in the whirlpool. My mother was the daughter of not only the daimyo, but also the leader of the village. Since they didn't have a cage, she was also a part of the Uzumaki clan, which basically controlled the whole country. Naruto said again, making them all get shocked looks. So that would make you royalty just because your grandfather was a daimyo and you are the son of a cage? Kiba said. As well as a clan head, Kiba, remember I'm the last main household Uzumaki that I know of, therefore I became clan head by default. Naruto said, getting nods of agreement. But that is not what I'm referring to now, Kiba. I'm referring to us being able to go to a new place and start a new life, a place where the children can grow up. We will make the old ruins of Uzushiogakure our new home. We will rebuild the village hidden in the whirlpool and make it better than it was before. We will instill the lesson of the leaf into the old lessons of the whirlpool. We will make a village for both our cultures to live in peace. Naruto said, making the room take up a thinking pose, and it wasn't until the new head of the council stood up and spoke. Lord Hokage, if I may ask, how will we know if the ruins are even there anymore? I mean, for all we know, someone else could have taken over the land and made it their own. Shino said in his usual monotone voice, though he did make almost everyone agree with him on that subject. Yes, I am aware of that. That is why I, along with Erza, Scarlet, Mirajane, Strauss, and if Gaara allows Tamari, will go to the ruins and scout, while also letting everyone rest a bit more. Naruto said, making everyone look at him strangely, but it was Ino who spoke up. Hokage-sama, why go personally when you can send a scout party to do it for you? Ino asked him. Yes, I know, but I wish to see my mother's homeland myself, and also Lord Fukasaku said that only a Uzumaki can unlock the whereabouts of the village, so I need to go to clear the way for our people first. Naruto said. Everyone nodded after that, but one still had a question. Hokage-sama, what else shall we do in why your absence? Hinata asked, patting herself in the back for not stuttering as much as before. You may all inform your clan and the people, and when I come back I will inform you all if we will be relocating or not, okay? Naruto told them. Very well, Hokage-sama, we will wait, but when do you leave? Yakumo asked him. In 1 hour, that is why I made this a priority meeting, so as to inform you all, but do not fret, we will be back in no less than a week. So Garrett, do you have any qualms with me taking Temari as a bodyguard? Naruto asked him. No, if Temari wishes to go with you I see no problems in it. Also you need not worry my friend, I will stay here to look out for your people as long as needed possible, so you need not rush back. Gaara informed him, making Naruto smile. Thanks Gaara. Well, you are all dismissed, so please inform everyone about the possibility of relocation. Naruto said, making them all nod and start to leave, all but 6 of course. Yes Sakura, Shizune, what is it you need? Naruto asked while looking at them. Naruto, what are you going to do about Sasuke now that you're Hokage? Sakura asked, making the other glare at her for asking something like that at a time like this. Absolutely nothing, for one reason Sakura, he is not important right now. Right now what matters most is the survival of the village, and that's it, so right now we will move him from the top of the list to the bottom. Naruto said, making Sakura widen her eyes, thinking he would make it his top priority now as Hokage. I see, well okay then, now if you two will excuse me I need to go back to the medical tent. Sakura said, depressed. Shizune, what may I help you in? Naruto said while noticing Erza and Mira coming in the tent with storage scrolls with their things. Nothing really, I just wanted to say good luck and please be careful Naruto, you're the only thing I have left now with Lady Tsunade gone and all. Shizune said with a small smile. I will, don't worry, now if you'll excuse I need to get going. Naruto said, getting up and heading to the flap to leave, followed by Erza, Mira and Temari. Front of the camp. After the village was able to wish Naruto and the girls luck on their journey, the group of 4 set out to the Whirlpool country. It took nearly 6 hours to get there at full speed. Thankfully Erza and Mira had trained their speed so as to not slow them down. They were now able to keep up with a regular ninja any day of the week now, though we find them getting of the makeshift boat that Naruto made out of this wood release, courtesy of his Rinnegan. Well, from what Lord Fukasaku said, that village used to be exactly 5 miles inland, so if we travel at a calm pace, we should get there in exactly 30 minutes. Naruto said, making them nod and start to run, though it was slow they did make it in the time Naruto said. When they got there they were greeted to the sight of 2 massive doors made entirely out of wood and what looked like a type of crystal or diamond, they weren't quite sure. But the door looked more elegant than for defense. After ogling the doors for a while longer, Naruto stepped forward and placed his hand on the door. As if by magic the doors glowed a beautiful red and blue color and an image appeared of an old man decked in full body armor, though they couldn't tell the color since the only colors were red and blue. If you are seeing this, then you are now the clan head of the Uzumaki clan. I bet you're wondering how this could be possible. Well, that's easy, you hold the main house blood within you, which makes you my direct descendant. Now on to why we were wiped out, as I'm sure you're curious. Well, many properly think it's because of our legendary seal masters. No, well, that is a lie. The joint villages of Mist, Cloud and Stone wiped us out because there was a rumor that the Uzumakas were direct descendants of the legendary sage of the 6 paths. When the 4 heard this it made them widen their eyes, but before they could question it the message continued. It is believed that the sage's wife was in actuality a Uzumaki, the first Uzumaki, and that she bared not 2 children but 3, but the 3rd was in fact a girl, not a boy like the first 2. This girl is said to have inherited more from the sage than the other 2, where the other 2 inherited either the sage's eyes, chakra or spiritual energy. The girl was said to have inherited everything about the sage, including his legendary eyes. This girl then went on to have one son who didn't get any of the sage's powers, but as time went on, one person every 100 years it seems would awaken the power. When the girls heard this they looked at Naruto only to see him without the genjutsu hiding his eyes. We don't know what triggers the awakening, but we do have books for whoever should awaken them, so they can better learn to wield them. It was because of this very reason that these 3 villages joined forces, all because they heard a rumor about us somehow gaining the sage powers. Now that you know the truth, I wish to give you some things as the new clan head. First, you must know that no matter what they do to the village it can't be destroyed. Oh, they can try, but they will fail. Why, you ask? Well, simply really the whole village has self-repairing seals that will repair any damage, no matter how big the other thing is, that you must be acknowledged by the whole village to be considered the Kage. Naruto was now glad to have been named the Hokage because he thought that becoming the Uzukage would have been harder. And all the time the village has been around we had never had a Kage. Why, well, simple really, we started as a clan, not a ninja village. That other clans in this village merely sought refuge from the warring clan days, a place for peace not violence. So if you are acknowledged by the people young Uzumaki, you will be the first Uzukage ever. One more thing before I go, our clan has an old summoning contract that is only meant for you, the clan head. Use it well. It is also in the Kage office, so please protect our people and this village. It is all that we are and will be. Thank you and good luck. And with that the image of the old man disappeared and the doors opened up. What they saw amazed them to no end. The village was absolutely amazing. Naruto just smiled and headed inside, fully intent on retrieving the thing that the old man had left for him. As they made their way to the Kage's office they noticed a figure in the middle of the street. The group stopped and looked at the figure which looked very famine, though the girl looked out of place in an abandoned village Erza, and Mira couldn't stop wondering where they had met her. The girl in question had long light blonde hair that reached her ankles, she had green pupil-less eyes, a pale milky complexion, she wore a white dress with pink on the shoulders and 3 green triangles in the front, and she also wore no shoe. Who are you?" Naruto asked rather bluntly. "Bigelow, you're even cuter up front Naruto. Oh yay, sorry, well, to answer your question, I'm Mavis Vermilion, and I'm the fairy tale's first master," Mavis said. As soon as they heard her name, all 4 of them were speechless. How in the world did she get here? What was she doing here? These were the questions going through their mind right now. Land of Waves. It had taken Shikamaru no less than 12 hours to get to the Land of Waves, mostly because he had stopped to cloud watch for nearly 3 hours. Now he had finally made it and had just received directions to the house where this tsunami person lives. It took him another 5 minutes to find the house. When he did, Shikamaru decided to go eat and cloud watch before going to meet with him. Another 2 hours later and Shikamaru finally went to see Tsunami. He knocked on the door and waited for someone to answer. After knocking 3 times, a boy about 12 maybe 13 answered the door and looked at him. "Yes, how may I help you?" the boy asked him while opening the door fully so as to see him better. "Yes, I would like to see Tsunami, please tell her that the Hokage sent me," Shikamaru said. The boy widened his eyes and nodded, then ran inside to find his mother. After waiting for 5 minutes, a woman came into his line of vision, and this woman to his knowledge was about 30, maybe in her mid-30, but didn't look a day over 25 to his opinion. "Yes, how may I help you and your Hokage Leaf Ninja?" Tsunami asked while allowing him inside and moving over to the living room to talk. "Yes, well, you see, the Hokage had something to ask of you, but first let me tell you the story behind this tale so you may get a better picture about what I'm about to tell you," Shikamaru said before going on to tell them the events that happened all the way to the destruction of the leaf, to Naruto becoming the new Hokage and Naruto telling him to come look for her and her family. "So what does big brother Naruto need of us?" the boy, whose name he still didn't know, asked. "Naruto wished for you, Miss Tsunami, to become the new daimyo of the new country. We will be moving so as to acknowledge us as a functioning village," Shikamaru told them. "Why me though? I have no experience in politics whatsoever," Tsunami said. Naruto said that the daimyo of the land of vegetables, the daimyo of the land of spring snow, the priestess of the land of ogres, and the daimyo of the land of waterfalls are willing to teach you the ropes if you accept, and with 3 daimyos as support, becoming daimyo will be a cinch," Shikamaru said. Tsunami took a thinking pose, and for 20 long minutes all she did was think. Not that Shikamaru minded, since all he did was look out the window at the clouds. "Okay, I'll do it, but first tell me, what village is he bringing back if not the leaf?" Tsunami asked him. "His mother's old home Yuzashigakure and the land of fire will go to us, of course, because you will be the daimyo of the whirlpool, but we will assume control of fire country and you will be its daimyo," Shikamaru said. "I see, the land will be the same, just the location of the hidden village will change, along with the country's name," Tsunami said, getting a nod from Shikamaru. "Well, okay, then is there anything else you may need?" Tsunami asked him, only now noticing neither knew the other name beside him. "No, that will be all. Besides, I need to get back and inform him of your answer as soon as possible. Just head to the fishing village of Luna, made the name on the fly, and the other daimyos and the priestess will join you there," Shikamaru said. "Okay, when should I leave then?" Tsunami asked. "I would suggest in about maybe a week so the other have time to make it there as well," Shikamaru said. After getting everything straightened out, Shikamaru decided to head back to the leaf at a calm pace, knowing full well that Naruto wouldn't be back for at least a week. "Troublesome, I guess I should get back soon and wait for him there. Man, I wish I didn't have duties as clan head, then I could watch the clouds all day long," Shikamaru complained before jumping towards the trees to save time. Back with Naruto and the girls. Back in Yuzu, Naruto and the girls couldn't believe their eyes, for right in front of them was the first master of fairy tale. "First H, how are you here in the elemental nation, if I may ask?" Erza asked her, and all she got was a smile. "The same as you, I suppose. All I remember is a vortex in the sky and poof, I'm here," Mavis said, making them all sweat drop at that explanation. "I see. Well, nice to meet you, first master of fairy tale. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, this is Tamari, and I guess you know both Erza Scarlet and Mirajane Strauss," Naruto introduced them all. "Yes, I know who you are, but that's not why I'm here for. Before you ask anything, Naruto, first you must go to the Kage's office, and after you are named the Uzukage I will answer all you questions, okay?" Mavis told them, making them nod. "Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's go finish this so my people have a new home soon," Naruto said, and with that all 5 of them headed toward the biggest building in the center of the village. How will things change now that Mavis is in the picture, and who are the other 4 figures who were with Mavis before? You'll just have to wait to find out next time. Leaf remains. It had taken Shikamaru 6 hours to get back to the leaf, and when he got there he saw that everyone was already packing up their stuff in case Naruto comes back with good news. As Shikamaru walked down the main path he saw people waving at him and smiling, so he did the same. As he was walking down, Shikamaru saw that the rookie 10 minus Naruto. Shikamaru went toward them to see what was up, and what he heard surprised him. "I'm telling you guys, with Naruto in office now, we could ask him to get a search party together and have them look for Sasuke. Come on Ino, don't you want to get Sasuke back?" Sakura said, looking at everyone. "That won't happen, Sakura. Naruto has other things to worry about now. As a Kage Sakura, Sasuke is just not that important anymore." Sakura and Naruto knows it. Everyone heard a voice and turned to see Shikamaru walking towards them with his hands in his pockets. "What do you mean Sasuke is not worth it? Shikamaru, you're Naruto's advisor, right? You can convince him to go look for him." Sakura pleaded him. "Even though that's true, I won't do it, Sakura, for one reason and one reason alone," Shikamaru said before looking around at everyone and then back at Sakura. "Sasuke is an A-class going on S-class criminal of Konoha and as such will be treated as such. If Sasuke does anything to get on the bingo books of the other villages, then Naruto will be forced to mark Sasuke with a kill on sight order and give the other villages any information on him to the other villages that we possess." Shikamaru said with a serious face on, making both Sakura and Ino widen their eyes and for Sakura to start crying. "And Naruto would never do something like that, would he?" Sakura said while falling to her knees and crying. "If Naruto is pushed to make a call like that, I guarantee you, he will take it to protect his people no matter what." Surprisingly, it was Rock Lee who was the one to speak up. "Why yes, I agree with our Rock Leo on this matter," Hinata said, trying very hard to stop her stuttering now that she was a clan head. She even saw Neji nod at her when she saw her not stutter as much. "But Sasuke is one of us, he's our friend, our comrade, we have to." Before Sakura could finish, Kiba stood up and spoke. Sasuke gave up that right the moment he ran away from the leaf and shoved a Chidori-covered hand in the place where Naruto's heart should be. Kiba said while making Sakura look at him with teary eyes. "Whether he comes back or not, he will be treated as a criminal and will surely be executed no matter what." Neji spoke up, making Sakura cover her mouth in shock and Ino to just flinch since she knew full well what would happen. "Yes, they're right, Sakura, there's nothing we can do to stop that. If Naruto want to continue being a Kage, he will need to show that he can make the tough choices in life, not matter who they hurt," Ino said to her, surprising Sakura, thinking that Ino would be one of the few to agree with her. After this conversation was done, Sakura left depressed and the other just looked at her leave, hoping she would be fine. Izushi Agakur. Back in the village hidden in the whirlpool, Naruto, Temari, Erza, Mirajane and Mavis were making their way towards the cage building in the middle of the village. They had been walking around for over 3 hours now, looking at all the building and finding them in suitable living conditions, as well as finding that the village had a total of 15 clan compounds for the clan that will be moving in. "So this is the hidden village in the whirlpool that my mom was from. It's very beautiful, just like Lord Fukasaku said it would be," Naruto said while none of the other three noticed Mavis' smile grow, if that was even possible, considering she wore a 24/7 smile. "Indeed it is, Naruto, this will be a great place for the people back in the Fire Country," Temari admitted to him while looking around at the well-decorated buildings and sculptures that seemed to be in every corner. "Yes, this place reminds me a lot of Magnolia Town back in Earthland," Erza said while looking at the store, trying to see if there was anything to eat. "Maybe we could start a family here. What do you say, Naruto? Shall we start on that family you always wanted?" Mirajane said with a tilt of her head and had a way to sweet smile on her face, making her look adorable. Naruto began to stutter and turned a very red color in the face at the thought of doing that to Mirajane of all people. While Erza and Temari merely blushed at just remembering that they would have to do that as well with Naruto. "I'm just teasing you, Naruto, we're not quite ready to be parents just yet, not until we fix this whole mess with the Akatsuki and whatnot," Mira said, making him give her a pouting look for making nearly faint from all the blood rushing to his face. "Well, if you two are done flirting, I would just like to say that we are in front of the cage building," Mavis said while looking at them with a teasing grin and then making kissing faces at both Mira and Naruto. After yet another round of red faces and stutters, the group calmed down enough to enter the building. "Well, what now? Do I just go to the office and sit behind the desk or what?" Naruto wondered out loud at what he would have to do next to become the first Uzukage. Just then the image of the old man from before appeared in front of them, but this time he looked different. Now, instead of being decked out in full body armor, he seemed to have a kimono on, and then the old man started to speak again. "Hello there, if you are here it must mean that you are trying to gain the title of the first Uzukage. Well then, first you must answer a few simple questions, and depending on your answers that you give, will determine if you shall move on to the next task at hand. Are you ready to begin, young Uzumaki?" The old man said while apparently waiting for his answer. Naruto thought it over and decided to go for it and answered yes and waited for a response. Very well, then you will answer only 3 questions, and then I will either brand you a failure and wait for the next worthy Uzumaki or allow you to proceed to the next task, understood? The old man said, and all Naruto did was answer yes. The girls decided to move to the side to allow Naruto to handle this one by himself. First question is, what is it you are willing to do to accomplish your dream? After that, Naruto stood there and thought about his dream. What Naruto found was that his dream was nearly complete and that the only thing left was to start his own family. That got him thinking about who he would start his family with and what he was willing to do to make sure nothing happened to them. I would be willing to sacrifice everything that is me to make sure that what my dream represents come to life. I don't care what would happen to me, for as long as the people who are a part of that dream live to fulfill it for me, even if it means never seeing it with my own eyes. Naruto said with nothing but burning passion in his eyes. Everything was quiet for a while, and the girls along with Naruto merely looked at the figure of the old man, waiting for some sort of reaction, and they got it a few minutes later. Excellent answer, my young friend. Now the second question is, are you the last Uzumaki alive or are there other? The old man asked, making Naruto and the other to raise an eyebrow, not seeing what that had to do with the task. Naruto decided to answer anyways, just in case it turned out to be a trick question. I can't answer that question correctly because I myself do not know if I am truly the last Uzumaki or not, but I do hope I really am not the last, for that would be even more frightening than learning that I am not worthy of carrying our culture and our very name. Naruto said while bowing to the figure in front of him, not seeing the smile the old man displayed to him. Ah, my young Uzumaki, you are truly an amazing person to be able to answer this question with nothing, but honesty is truly rare these days. Usually the ones before you would try to lie so as to somehow trick me, but you have answered me with nothing but sincerity, and that will take you far, my young one. The old man said, making Naruto smile and the girls to gain big smile at the old man's comment. Now then, on to the final question, what is it you fight to protect? When Naruto heard this, he instantly knew this and didn't even think twice about the answer. I fight for my friend and precious people. Nothing else in this world is more important to me than my friends, and I would do anything in the world to protect them from anyone, be it friend or foe. This does not matter to me, for no one will ever harm my loved ones again. Naruto said with a smile on his face, and with that the 4 girls moved closer to him and put their hands on his shoulders to show him support. The old man just stood there watching him as if studying him, and after about nearly 10 minutes of just looking at him, he responded. That my young Uzumaki is exactly what I wanted to hear. The next task will not be necessary, my child. Go on to the cage office and claim what is rightfully yours. With that the old man disappeared and the group smiled and went straight to the stairs and headed up to Naruto's new office. After about 5 minutes they got to a pair of double wooden doors with gems on it in the form of the Uzumaki clan crest. Naruto opened the door and inside they saw that the room was bigger than the Hokage office. It had a perfect mixture of red and blue colors all around it. The window behind the Uzukage desk gave them a perfect view of the village all the way to the main gates. Naruto headed to the desk and placed his hand on it with a small smile on his face and then sat down on the black leather chair and looked at them. I never thought I would accomplish my dream of being a Kage at such a young age. Naruto said while leaning back in his chair and looking at the ceiling. You deserve it, Naruto. After everything you did, you deserve to have your dream come true. Mira said, smiling at him. That's when the two noticed that Erza, Temari and Mavis were looking through all the drawers in his office, as if looking for something. Aha, I found it. Temari cried out, getting the attention of all the people present. Anti a Kage without this, Naruto. Temari said while holding out a standard white Kage robe with black lining instead of red like the Hokage robes. Naruto merely looked at the fabric and took it from Temari and putting it on to ask for their opinion. So how do I look in this Kage robes? Naruto said while standing in front of them while holding on to the hat, not wanting to put it on just yet. You look great, Uzukage-sama. Mira teased him with a smile, earning her a smile from Naruto. Mavis then took out a scroll and placed it on the desk, gaining the attention of everyone. The scroll was about the size of the Toad summoning contract and was black with claw-like mark on it in different colors. In the center it had the Uzumaki crest in blood red and a gold lining around it. First, what might that be you have there? Erza asked her while looking at the scroll. Biggle, silly me, I forgot to tell you guys about this. How well, to put it simply, it's the Uzumaki clan summoning contract and as such it belongs to Naruto here since he is the clan head now, right? Mavis said, making the other nod but also gained curious look on their faces as to how she got the scroll in the first place. So can I see it first? Naruto asked her while holding out his hands. Mavis merely smiled and tossed the scroll to him. When Naruto opened it, his eyes nearly bulged out of his sockets and he looked towards Mavis in surprise. This eye is the Su summoning co-contract to the Dragon Clan. Naruto said, surprised that such a summoning existed. Mavis smiled and nodded and then walked up to Naruto and pointed to a blank spot and told him. Sign it and summon them so as to get their approval and acknowledgement as their new summoner. Mavis said to him, making him nod. Okay, I will, but I wonder if the toad will allow me to have two summoning at the same time. Naruto wondered while biting his right thumb and signing his name into the scroll right next to a name he's never seen. The name was Ryu Uzumaki. After signing it, Naruto looked around the office a little more so as to find anything else of use, but finding none, the five of them went outside so as to allow Naruto to summon the dragons. Heading to a clearing after leaving the tower, the girls moved to the side and allowed Naruto to go through the hand signs for the technique, and after completing the hand signs, Naruto slammed his right hand on the floor while screaming. Summoning jutsu. After that, a huge plume of smoke appeared and out of the smoke came two dragons. One was a golden color and had piercing white-gray eyes and looked to be about 55 feet tall and seemed to be male. The other one was a glowing white color and looked to be about 50 feet tall with soft aqua blue eyes and looked to be female. Hello there humans, which of you summoned us here today? The white one asked quite nicely too. That would have been me. My name is Naruto Uzumaki and I am the first Uzukage of the village hidden in the whirlpool as well as the Uzumaki clan head. Naruto said while bowing to them and telling them everything about him to try and not anger them. The first Uzukage, you say? Quite interesting indeed. Well, since I sense no lie from you, Uzumaki-sama, I will introduce myself. My name is Shiva and I am the queen of the dragons as well as an ice dragon. Shiva said while bowing her head to him to show his respect. I am Ragnar, the king of the dragons as well as a shadow dragon. Ragnar said, also bowing to him. It would be an honor to once again serve the Uzumaki clan, sir, so you can count on us for anything you may need. Shiva said, making Naruto nod, and with that both dragon vanished in plumes of smoke. Well, seems like we have accomplished our tasks here, so for now we will stay for the rest of the week and see if we can find any jutsu scrolls left behind and also start setting up the hospital and the home for the people to come and instantly have a home along with the clans. Naruto said, making the girls nod, and with that Naruto made over 2,000 clones and had them start working. Though the real one sat down to catch his breath from using a huge amount of chakra in one go. Mavis just looked at Naruto and then turned toward the front gate and thought of something. I hope you're on your way, Princess. Naruto will need you now more than ever, and maybe I could join his little crop program. Mavis thought while getting a nosebleed but quickly wiped it away so that the other didn't notice and then went to join them in their jobs. Place unknown. It's time to move. Wait for me, Naruto, I'm coming, and once I get there I will never let you go again. Those were the thought of the mysterious hooded figure. So are we finally fucking going to meet Naruto? An irritated voice said. Calm down you, I bet the princess will tell us when she's ready. A older female sounding voice said, though it sounded only a few years older than the first. Calm down you two. Mavis has made contact and Naruto has become the Uzukage, so it's finally time to move. The princess said to the two of them, making them nod. So where do we fucking go first, Yuzu of Konoha? The foul-mouthed voice asked. Let's head to Yuzu first, hopefully Mavis can keep him there for a little longer till we get there, so let's not waste any more time. Come on, let's go. The princess said, and soon all three of them disappeared in the wind as if they were never there. The last thought was of the princess, and what it said was shocking to say the very least. Hold on baby, mommy's coming and I promise to answer every question you may have for me, which I know are going to be quite a lot. Those were the thoughts of the princess, or as everyone will soon know her by the name of one Kushina Uzumaki, mother of Naruto Uzumaki. Where had she been all this time and why are these two strange women calling her princess? Well, you'll just have wait for chapter 9. Is Ushigakure? It had been a little over 3 hours since they had started working on the village and well, things had started to look up for Naruto and the girls. They had found out that the village library had a hidden floor and in that floor were all the techniques for the Uzumaki clan as well as the normal justice for the non-Uzumakas. Though the bad thing was that Erza, Mirajane, Temari and Mavis were simply sitting down on an outdoor table drinking some tea. Hey, Naruto, are you almost down or what? Temari yelled out to the nearest clone of his. Everything's ready, there seems to be nothing missing except for the obvious one being the food. And Naruto said, and the girls simply nodded and went back to drinking their tea. Hey, you know this would go a lot faster if you four helped out. The real Naruto said from behind them, making them all spit out their tea. Don't scare us like that, idiot. But anyways, no, you're the Uzukage now, so it's your job, fix your village up. Erza said, still a little mad at being scared like that. I fine, I'll do all the work, it's done anyways, so all we need is the people to start moving in, so we'll leave by the end of this week. Okay, so for now how about we go look at our new home? Naruto said, making the others smile and get up to follow him. 30 minutes later. As they walked toward the main house of the Uzumaki clan, they couldn't help but be amazed at what they saw. So this is what the village will look like when it's full of people, eh? Mira asked while looking at all the clones running around and couldn't help but image little kids and their parents just walking down the street. Yes, it will be a glorious sight to see indeed, and we owe it all to you, Naruto. A voice said, making all of them turn around and look at three hooded figures. Princess, you made it. Mavis said, making Naruto and the others look at her. First master, you know this people? Erza asked her, making Mavis look at the three of them and nod happily. Yay, the one in the middle was the one who found me and helped me out when I got to the elemental nations. Mavis said, making the six look at each other, and then Naruto stepped forward. Well, I guess I have to thank you even if I just met the first master. Naruto said, making the middle one giggle, and then stepped forward hesitantly. Then Naruto, before I take this hood off, please promise me you'll stay calm so I can explain everything, okay? The hooded woman said, making Naruto raise an eyebrow and nod. If anyone noticed, they would have seen Mavis bit her lower lip nervously while stepping back and extending her right arm so as to make a magic spell to stop Naruto should she have to. Everything went quiet, and then the woman reached up to her hood and slowing took it off. When it was completely off, everything froze, nothing moved, not even the wind. That's when everyone looked at Naruto and saw a white aurora starting to surround him. And Naruto, what's wrong? Mira asked, but then abruptly the white aurora was gone and in it was an emotionless Naruto scaring everyone. This is my mother, Kushina Uzumaki, the red devil of the leaf, isn't that right, mother? Naruto said, making Kushina flinch at his tone. But I did promise to hear you out, so I just have one question, and depending on the answer, should I not like it will depend on my attitude towards you. Naruto said, making Kushina have hope at the mere thought of being mother and son again. Sure, anything, Naruto, just ask and I'll try my best to answer it as best as I can. Kushina said, a little to giddy. Why? Why did you leave me if you were still alive? Naruto said while looking at her in the eyes. Anzo, that was all, Kushina said, making Naruto's eyes widen and look at her for a full minute before finally sighing and looking at her again, but this time with a small smile. I see, well, it's a good thing pain killed him during the whole leaf destruction. Naruto said, making Kushina develop tears and run toward him, hugging him, making Naruto tense. Thank you for believing in me, Naruto, and I promise I will never leave you again. Kushina said, making Naruto look down at her and smile before hugging her back. I'll keep you to that, mom, Naruto said while gaining a smile at finally having someone to call mother. Kushina, on the other hand, just started to cry at finally having her son back and hearing him call her mom finally. So what the fuck are we supposed to do now, eh? One of the hooded said before removing the hood. Naruto merely looked at the newly revealed woman and within a second the woman found herself pinned to a tree by an arm made of shadows. Hey, Eye of the Sound Village, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be dead. Naruto said. Like I would fuck ah. Before Taiya could curse him, the arm squeezed her, making her scream. Naruto, stop, she's changed, she has been helping me take out all of Orochimaru's bases. Kushina yelled, making the other woman get in a fighting stance while Taiya continued to scream in agony at being crushed. Is this true, First Master? Erza asked Mavis. Yes, Taiya changed, apparently the curse mark was controlling her well, only her actions, that foul mouth of hers is hers and hers alone. Mavis said while the last part she said in a teasing tone. Naruto merely looked at Taiya a little longer and suddenly dropped her and simply stared at her for a while, letting get her breath back. Taiya, if I allow you to join us you will have to pledge your allegiance to me and no one else, am I understood? Naruto said, making Taiya look at him and glare. Like hell, I'd follow you after what you just did too. Before Taiya could finish she froze along with everyone else in fear. Because in front of her was Naruto unleashing his full magical power, making everyone around him fall to their hands and knees. Naruto was bathed in a tower of golden light with only 2 blood-red dots for eyes were visible. Think Kilderts versus Natsu. I was not asking Taiya, I was informing you of your new role, and don't presume to think I am the same boy from 3 years ago. Betray me, and I will hunt you down and kill you, understood? Naruto said, making all look at the ground in fear at the tone of his voice, add that to the sheer weight of his magical power. Am I understood, Taiya? Naruto screamed at her, making her start nodding her head yes with tears rolling down her face. Why yes, I understand you, Yuzuki-sama. Taiya cried out, fearing for her life at that moment. As soon as the magic was released, Naruto stopped it and looked down at the crying mess of Taiya before him. Good, now then get up, this has been an exhausting day, so let's go and call it a day. Naruto said while walking away with Erza, Temari, Mira and Mavis walking behind him, still a little frightened at his display of power. Kushina, Taiya and the still hooded woman stayed there a little longer before Kushina was the first to get up. What power my son just displayed, I think he might just be stronger than his father now. Kushina said, still sweating at the power he released. Yes, that kind of power would make him a candidate to the position of one of the 10 wizard saints back in Earthland hell. I bet with that kind of power he could even make it to one of the gods of Ishkur. The figure said, but soon both Kushina and her looked at Taiya, who was still on the ground trembling. Taiya, calm down, it's over, come on, stand up. Kushina said while trying to help her up. Taiya merely allowed them to pick her up and then after about 5 minutes of walking, she finally spoke. I am sorry Princess B, because of my mere presence I got you in trouble with your son. I think ISH should just leave so as to not cause any more trouble. Taiya said while still having a few tears rolling down her cheeks. Nonsense Taiya, Naruto is just having trouble processing all that he has heard today, so let's just give him some time okay? Kushina said making Taiya give a weak smile and nod. Well shall we go find a house to settle in or what? Questioned the hooded figure. Will you take that hood off sheesh beside none of them even recognize you since none of them ever met you in Earthland. But I like this hood. The now revealed said. Whatever come on let's go get some rest we have a long week ahead of us. Kushina said while walking in the direction of the Uzumaki clan compound. 1 week later. It had been a long week indeed since the girls merely sat down and drank tea mostly all day long, while Naruto was the one who worked on fixing the village. It had taken time, but Naruto and his mother had finally gotten to know each other and had started to bond over their questionable love of Mizo Ramen. Taiya on the other hand had become quite submissive to Naruto, often bowing to him whenever Naruto merely walked by and always calling him Uzukage-sama. But after a while Naruto had apologized to her and told her to please just call him Naruto and to not address him as Uzukage-sama all the time. Since it made him feel like he was her master, to which he was not. Taiya merely accepted the apology, though she never told anyone that she kind of enjoyed being submissive to him since he showed that he had more power than her. But now Naruto, Temari, Erza, Mira and Mavis were at the front gate, ready to head to the Leaf survivors to inform them of the good news. Well we'll be heading out now mom, so please watch the place for okay? Naruto asked her, making Kushina smile at being called mom. Sure, don't worry honey Taiya, and me will keep this place safe, so you go on and bring your people here safe and sound you hear. Oh, and girls please try to make me some grandbabies on the way there okay? I'm not getting any younger and I would really like to spoil some grandbabies soon. Kushina said, making all 5 of them blush at her comment. Mom, Kushina-sama princess. Were the embarrassed yells of the 5 of them. Though all that did was make Kushina giggle at their red faces and she then gave them all a wink. Well you best be going or you lose daylight. Kushina said with some giggles still escaping her lips. Soon the 5 of them started to walk down the path at a steady pace since they weren't in any real hurry to get there so fast. And remember, I want at least 20 grandchildren, so you better start while you're young. Kushina screamed at them, making them all go red-faced again, but this time they merely kept walking as if they just ignored her. 12 hours later, Leaf front gate. Apparently they were able to make it to the Leaf just before sundown and the 5 of them headed straight for the main tent in the middle of the camp. Okage-sama, welcome back, I hope your journey was a good one. The voice of Ino Yamanaka said, making them turn around to see all the rookies there along with the other clan heads. Hey there you guys, and yes I did Ino, but first I need you to call a council meeting, so please meet me in the main tent. Naruto said, making Ino and the other nod their heads. 30 minutes later. After everyone was gathered, Naruto stood up and looked at everyone while Erza, Mira and Mavis stood behind him. Temari was with Kankuro and both were behind Gaara as his bodyguards. Thank you for coming on such short notice, council members. Now on to what I called you guys here for. Last week, Temari, Erza, Mira and me went to scout the ruins of the village hidden in the whirlpools to see if it could be rebuilt so as to form a new village and give us a new home. Naruto said, making them all look at him, and was about to ask something but couldn't because Naruto simply raised his hand for silence. Please save all your questions till the end now. As I was saying, when the girls and me made it there we were surprised to find that the village was completely fixed. Apparently the whole village had a huge self-repairing seal place underneath its foundation at its time of creation, so the village could never truly be destroyed, no matter what. So we went on to explore the village and found out that the village was well furnished and the only thing missing was well food and its inhabitants. Naruto said, making everyone surprised to hear this. So I just want to say that whenever your clan and you are ready to leave we'll be able to go. I took the liberty to check all the clan compounds there and was able to fix them up for your use. Naruto said, making the clan head smile and nod. And Naruto, when would we leave? Questioned Hinata weakly, getting Naruto to look at her. Well, how about in a week? That should give you all enough time to get everything ready and to inform your clans. Naruto said, making Hinata smile and nod. Well then that will be all, and please do tell your clans and the rest of the population. Naruto said, making them all nod and leave. All except for the rookies and their senseis plus Shizune, Anko, Nico, Yugao, Gaara and his siblings. So what can I help you guys with? Naruto asked while sitting down in his chair with Erza and Mira leaning on both sides of his chair with Mavis right behind his chair. Naruto, while you were away some ninja from Kumo came and asked to see everything we have on Sasuke. They say he joined the Akatsuki and attacked their village and kidnapped the 8-tails Jinchuriki. Shikamaru said, making Naruto lean forward and lace his hands in front of him with a serious look. Are they still in the village or have they left already? Naruto asked them. No, they are still here, so what is your answer to their request? Kiba said, making everyone look at Naruto. Call them here and then I'll answer your question. Naruto said while leaning back and closing his eyes. Okay, well wait here while I go and bring them. Shino said. 10 minutes later. Just when everyone was about to start whining, the flap opened up and in came 3 people along with Shino. One was a very well-endowed short blonde hair woman with ocean blue eyes, along with a creamy pale skin tone. The other was a dark-skinned girl with red hair and yellow eyes. The third and final one was a dark-skinned boy with white hair and black eyes. Okajama, it's a pleasure to finally be able to meet you in person after so long. The blonde-haired girl said while all 3 have bowed to him. Thank you, please stand. Naruto said, making them all rise and look at him. Now what is this I hear about you wanting information about one of our ex-shinobi? Naruto questioned while leaning back in his chair. Yes, we would like any information you may have on Sasuke Uchiha because he was the one you took our sensei. The boy said. Well, before I decided anything I should want to know the names of the 3 of you since you never told me your names. Naruto said, making all 3 look down in shame at forgetting. So, sorry Hokage-sama, we must have forgotten. Well, my name is Samui and this is Kari. Well, the boy with the lollipop is Amoy. Samui said, making Naruto nod. Very well, tell me why I should give you this information besides the obvious, of course. Naruto said, making the 3 Kumo ninja look at him. Well, we needed to find him and put a stop to him. Kari said, losing her temper real fast. Okay, Naruto said while materializing a folder in his right hand and tossing it at them, surprising them all. Naruto, what are you doing? You can't just give them Sasuke's file like that. Is still a member of the Leaf and our friend. Sakura said to him, surprised at his action. No, Sakura, Sasuke is an enemy of the Leaf and an S-class international criminal now, therefore he will be treated as such from this moment on. Sasuke Uchiha has a kill on sight order, so tell the Raikage that if he needs anything, then the new Uzukage will offer him our full support. Naruto said, making the Leaf ninja go wide-eye. Naruto, are you sure about this? Mira asked him. The Sasuke I knew is long dead. If he's joined the Akatsuki then he no longer is a friend of mine. Naruto said, making every Leaf ninja gasp at his words. Oh, Shikamaru with them, and once they're done bring the file back to me. Naruto said, making Shikamaru nod and leave. Soon everyone left him alone with Gaara, his siblings, Mavis, Erza, and Mira. What now, Naruto? Gaara asked him. Well, first we'll move and then we'll try to start over and maybe I'll start taking my 3 lovely girls on actual dates, that is if you allow me to date your sister Gaara. Naruto began and ended with a question. Nothing would make me happier than to call you my brother, Naruto. Gaara said, making Naruto smile and Temari to blush at the many implications. Well, let's head on to our tent to get some well-deserved rest. Erza, Mira and Temari, we should get going. After all, my mother does want some grandchildren. Naruto said with a grin, making the 3 of them blush at the mirror images that invaded their heads. Yes, the sooner you become my brother-in-law the better. Gaara said with a very small smile. Temari nearly fainted from all the blood rushing towards her face. Kankuro just laughs his ass off. Soon Naruto dragged the 3 towards his tent and activated the silencing seal so as not to have them be heard. The week to come will be an interesting one indeed, with some very interesting results indeed. If you wish to know the answer, stay tuned and you'll find out next time. Next morning. A mess, that's what Shikamaru saw the moment he entered Naruto's tent. The further he went the more he saw what looked like clothing thrown everywhere. His mind hadn't made the connection yet, well, that is until he saw a very familiar fan on the floor that he knew what happened. As he got closer to the second flap inside Naruto's tent, he stopped and he announced himself. Naruto, wake up, I need to speak with you. Shikamaru exclaimed and waited a few seconds. Almost a minute later did he hear some rustling noise, so he decided to take a step back and wait. When the flap opened it wasn't Naruto standing there, oh no, it was none other than Mirajane Strauss, and what she was wearing nearly killed Shikamaru. Mirajane only had a very thin blanket around her that showed off everything to the world, and Shikamaru nearly died from the massive nosebleed that it caused. Yawn, what can I help you with this early in the morning, Shikamaru? Mira asked, still rather sleepy. Yumi, I wish to speak with Naruto. Shikamaru managed to word out. Okay, wait here while I wake him up. Mira yawned out while going back inside. When she left, Shikamaru fell to his hands and knees while trying to regain his breath at seeing such a beautiful girl in that state of dress and was silently cursing Naruto for banging her first. Shika, what can I do for you today? The voice of Naruto rang through him, jolting him to reality. Then Naruto, sorry about that, ahem, anyways I wish to talk to you about Tsunami and her response to your deal. Shikamaru said after regaining his posture. Sure, come, let's head outside for a walk and then you can fill me in on everything. Naruto answered back while heading towards the exit. Are you gonna go outside in only your boxers, Naruto? Shikamaru asked him with a raised eyebrow, gaining his attention. Naruto merely looked down and saw that he was wearing a pair of black boxers and looked up while laughing nervously and scratching the back of his head. Yeah, you're right, hahaha, well hold up a sec while I go change. Naruto mentioned while heading back inside. I'll be outside when you're done. Shikamaru told him over his shoulder, only getting a nod. About 10 minutes later Naruto exited the tent and soon both started walking with no visible direction. So what was Tsunami's response, Shikamaru? Naruto began while looking at Shikamaru. She said she'll do it but wants to know when she should start heading to Luna to start her training under the others. Shikamaru said while both continued to walk. Well, tell her she can start now if she wants. Also tell her that if the citizens of Wave wish, they can all move to Uzushiogakure, there is more than enough space for them over there. Naruto said while looking in the direction where he saw the Kumo ninja sitting down in what looked to once be a park. Very well then, I'll send them a messenger hawk right away. You know, the way you're treating Sasuke might end up making Sakura defect from the village and quite possibly join the Akatsuki. Shikamaru said while taking out a cigarette and lighting it up. Yes, I'm well aware of that note, Shikamaru, that's why I place a seal on her without her knowledge. Naruto said, making Shikamaru raise an eyebrow. Before he said anything he first took 3 puffs of smoke and blew them to the sky, and finally did he respond. You're prepared as always, I see. So you actually believe she will defect, Naruto? Shikamaru questioned. I don't know, Shika, I really hope she doesn't, but something tells me she will at least try to at some point meet with Sasuke, and if that's true, then I wish to be there to try and convince him one last time, and if all else fails I'll kill them both. Naruto said while looking at Shikamaru to see his reaction. To his surprise, Shikamaru merely grinned and looked over the village and the children that were currently bugging the Kumo ninja to try and convince them to play with him. It's funny how at one point both out villages were enemies, huh, Naruto? Shikamaru said, making Naruto nod. Yes, and now here we are helping them hunt one of our own. Time are changing, Shikamaru? Naruto said with a small smile at seeing Karui and Amoy being jumped on by kids, while Samui was merely sitting down and posing for a little 6-year-old girl who was currently drawing her. So you'll think this peace will last, or is it just another fleeting dream of the older generation getting well old? Shikamaru asked while finishing his cigarette and lighting another one. I really hope it does last longer this time around, and here I thought you hated those things. Naruto teased him. Yeah, I did, but I guess this is another example that we are no longer the young ones, huh? I guess we should pass down the torch to Konohamaru and his friends now. Shikamaru finished while looking at the kids laughing at being chased by the evil ninjas that were Karui and Amoy. We're still pretty young, man, until one of us either gets a team or has a child. We are still the rookie 11. Naruto said while walking away, leaving behind Shikamaru. Yay, if you say so, Lord Hokage. Shikamaru whispered out. I know so, Lord Nara. Naruto said. And with that both parted ways with smiles on their faces and the times of their youth fleeting away. Naruto's tent. When Naruto and Shikamaru left, Mira had gone back to the bed only to find both Erza and Temari awake and looking at her. Hey, where did Naruto go, Mira? Temari asked while grabbing Naruto's shirt from the night before. Oh, Shikamaru came early saying he wished to speak with him about something. Mira responded while going to the scroll that lay on the floor. After she placed the scroll on the table, she unsealed an Anbu uniform to put on. Really, this early? I hope for his sake it was mighty important, or I'll rip his balls off. I wanted to continue trying to make a baby for Kushina-sama. Erza said, making the other two to just stare at her. We all wanted to continue, Erza, not just you. Temari said while also unsealing a pair of fresh clothes. I fine, but what shall we do now? I mean, we have to wait a whole week before we have to head back to Yuzu. Erza asked them while walking around nude, since she didn't care if the two saw her naked. It's not like they haven't seen her naked. I mean, they did have sex with Naruto last night. Well, first let's get changed and then we could go look for a place to get breakfast, okay? Mira said while finishing putting on her armor. The other two merely nodded and continued on changing. Outside. After they finished changing, all three went to try and find a place to eat. On their way they had bumped into Mavis and had asked if she wanted to join, to which she said yes. So how was your night with Naruto, you three? Mavis asked while leaning forward and giving them a mischievous grin. The three girls blushed and looked away, all except for Mira, who just covered her face and looked at the floor. Big ol' wow, it must have been one hell of a night. If none of you can reply, maybe I should join you next time, no? Mavis added in, and this just made the three blush harder. Erza on the other hand looked up at the first master and saw a look in her eyes that she and the other girls usually wore nowadays. First master, do you like Naruto? Erza said, making Mira and Temari to look at Erza then at Mavis. And when the three saw Mavis blush and look away, giving the three the answer. Why, yes, I guess I do like him, it's just that I don't know how to act accordingly to this new feelings. I never had the opportunity to feel this back in Earthland since I was busy running Fairy Tail, so this is all pretty new to me, but Naruto really is a nice guy that any girl would be lucky to have. Mavis said while looking at the table. Well, how about this whole week you have him take you on dates and treat you like if you're one of us? Maybe by the end of the week, we'll let you join us when we have fun. Temari said while telling her the last part in her ear, making Mavis blush while having a nosebleed at imaging Naruto in his birthday suit. Oh, okay, I'll try my best, but please help me out. Mavis asked them. That's why harem sister exist for first. Mira responded, making all three look at her at the harem sister comment. Harem sisters, eh? I like it. Okay, from this day forth we four will be harem sisters and we will keep away any girl we don't approve of away from Naruto. Erza said, making all the girls smile and nod. 5 hours later. It had been a long day for Naruto. Not only did he attend meeting after meeting, but he also had to stop almost every 5 minutes to answer someone question about the moving. Finally, after what seemed like forever, did he manage to get back to his tent to try and rest. But apparently God had a different motive, since the moment he entered he saw his three lovely girls naked and on the bed waiting for him. What's the occasion, girls?" Naruto asked while already getting excited, and he started to remove his clothes. "Nothing much, Naruto, but we do wants to say that starting tomorrow you'll be taking Mavis out of dates or walks, whatever you want, but do give her a chance, okay? She really like you." Temari said while getting up and pulling Naruto towards the bed. "Whatever you three say." Naruto said while removing all his clothes and getting on the bed, where all three moved towards him. "Good, and as a reward, every time you do take her out and treat her like one of us, well, we'll make sure you get up every morning smiling," Erza said with nibbling on his ear. "Oh, I can get used to that," Naruto said before grabbing Mira and pulling her toward him. "You first, Mira, I remember we still have some unfinished business," Naruto said, making her nod and smile. "Whatever you say, Hokage-sama," Mira said with a sexy voice, making Naruto smile. Next morning. Naruto and his girls had spent the remainder of the day yesterday, as they say, training in the arts of practicing baby-making techniques. All the girls were still sleeping thanks to all the extensive hours of extra training they did. As Naruto headed down a path, he was able to get a glimpse of Mavis sitting down on a bench and reading to little kid a story. "And that, boys and girls, is why you should never cry, because if you do you'll never be able to meet a fairy, because fairies don't like crybabies," Mavis said, making all the little girls nod their head vigorously, while the boys merely nodded since they didn't care about such girly stuff. "Hey Mavis, care to take a break and come with me to get a bite to eat?" Naruto questioned her, making Mavis jump out of her sit and look at him with wide eyes. "Naruto, don't scare me like that, I think I actually had a small heart attack just now," Mavis berated him while she put her right hand over her heart. Naruto just smiled and walked up to her and grabbed her by the waist, making her blush at the contact. "Well, how about I take you to have a late breakfast and talk about your poor heart?" Naruto teased. "Oh, okay, where are we going to go, Naruto?" Mavis asked while noticing Naruto grab her left arm with his right, making her blush. "Well, how about the bakery? I hear they were able to fix most of it so that it could make some bread for everyone to eat. We can go and have him make us some cinnamon rolls," Naruto said. Somewhere in the village camp, Hinata sneezed and felt like someone had said cinnamon rolls and had instantly got her craving and had ordered one branch member to bring her at least 3 dozens. "Well, okay, let's go, Naruto," Mavis said while grabbing onto his arms and hoping this was all real. "You got it, Mavis." Naruto smiled at seeing Mavis so happy. End of the week. Everyone was gathered at the front gate and were ready to head towards the Whirlpool village. "Alright everyone, listen up, Hokage-sama is going to speak," Haruka said, making everyone quiet down and wait for Naruto to speak. "Thanks, Haruka-sensei. Alright everyone, listen up, from now on I will be known as the Uzukage, since Fire Country no longer exists. Furthermore, this will be a 3-day travel and we will make a 30-minute stop about half a day from now to be able to move faster, so please make sure you don't get separated, alright?" Naruto announced while getting nods in response. Then let's move out," Naruto said while everyone started to walk. But the girls. Erza, Mira, Temari and Mavis were all with the Rookie 11 just waiting to move, that is until Temari ran to the bush followed closely by the other 3 and spilled their guts out. "Are you 3 alright?" Shizune questioned while looking at them. "Yeah, it's just some nausea we've been getting, don't worry about it," Erza said, trying to wave it off. "Okay, but I'll check you 4 anyways, and don't fight or I'll paralyze you 4 and do it anyways," Shizune said while brandishing her needles hidden in her sleeves. "Okay, well you better hurry, I think we'll be leaving soon," Mira said. But that Shizune got to work, and after scanning all 4 of them, she merely looked at the 4 with an unreadable mask over her face. "Mira, Erza, Temari, and Mavis, you 4 are currently pregnant with Naruto's child, congratulations," Shizune said while screaming the last part, making the 4 freeze and look at her. They then proceeded to faint right there, and Shizune just sighed and summoned some slugs to help carry them until they awoke. "Diggle, I'm gonna be an ant, yay, finally. I wonder how Naruto's gonna take the news, though man, I can't wait to see his reaction, it's going to be priceless," Shizune thought while skipping in front of her slug summons. The Uzumaki clan seems to be getting new members soon, but the question is, will they be able to survive what is to come in the very near future, or will their lives end before they even begin? You'll have to wait till next time, my friends. Until next time. What if Naruto x Mirajane x Erza fairy tale harem end here, and thanks for watching my video till the end.